Hello! Hello. Welcome back to Charmed
Okay.
Persons. Yes, I was not lying to you. I'm looking at everybody can hear me. Matt's not going to text me. This is amazing. Um, Only true fans know what that's a reference to.
Only
So
true fans.
Welcome back to Charmed Persons. Welcome back to our second session in The Remains, a long shot set in the world of The Last of Us. We obviously do not own any of the rights to any of the terms or imagery. We're not even using imagery, but any of the terms or narrative content that you're hearing. We are just fans paying homage to a world that we love, and that's all. And I will save announcements for the end, just so you know mechanically. We are using a bastardized version of 5e. It's a d20 system, 5 stats instead of 6, abilities informed by those stats, proficiency bonus, AC, HP, all that good stuff. So you'll hear some weird terms, but we're rolling dice and we're adding numbers to it and we're saying things. I mean, you get how it works. Without any further ado, let's jump into The Remains, Part 2, Wake Up Call. In our last session, we met some of the denizens of the Blue Valley campgrounds. First, we met Jenna Baker, a stoic badass of a woman with a caring heart for the family that she has chosen. Then we were introduced to Zachariah Williams-Gavin, a tough, intelligent man acting as the community's chief doctor. And lastly, we met Morgan Donaldson, world's best mom and a devoted friend. We also met others, Zach and Morgan's husbands, Derek and Wes, in that order. We met Mae Donaldson, the community's leader and mother of Wes, mother-in-law of Morgan. We met Sean Wynn, a former Marine and a good friend of Jenna's. And we met a ton of other people. The Lawrence father-daughter duo, Rick and Penny, the blind armory keeper, Olive Smith, her dog, Mr. Sir, Sylvia Fernandez, Morgan's brother Theo, and many more. We were introduced to a pleasant little community that had made a home in this weary world. But during this session, the little community was reminded of how much things had truly changed, and that normal was no longer possible. Not only is there a large horde of infected about 4 days' travel away from the settlement, but because of the actions of Theo Saunders and his friend Chris Knight, the settlement was also under attack in a way from a new group of survivors led by a white-haired man. This group of survivors are acting in revenge of the death of one of their own, and they returned that with a kill of their own, slaying Brady, one of the settlement members, and they now also had Wes captured. They demanded food and ammo, and stated that they would be back in a week's time for both of those and the rightful murderer of their community member. We left off with our party reeling from these revelations, and the revelations that Theo Saunders, Morgan's brother, truly had killed one of these survivors' people. Morgan, you are walking with Theo down the row of cabins. You're going to your parents' apartment. This is a little over 5 years ago. Theo got your attention and took you away from the main hall because he had the perfect idea for what to do for their anniversary. He said after all these years of keeping you both alive and for being the reason that you both and Jenna made it out alive, that it was the least that you could do to do something big for this anniversary. And you arrive at the apartment and Theo pulls out his key. This is at the time that you and Jenna are living together across the hall, and Theo is still living with your parents. You walk in, and he is extremely excited to show you his surprise. He goes into his room, and he tells you to sit down. He says, "This is going to be amazing." You sit at the kitchen table for a moment, or so, and you start to get up. What's taking him so long? But as you do, you hear strings and humming. Theo comes out of his room with a small ukulele that had been recovered.
Oh my god.
And you've seen this before. It's sweet, but it's not really a surprise. But before you can say anything, Jenna walks out behind Theo. She is holding a lit candle and smiling towards you. Also humming. She is then followed by your parents, who make their way out, holding candles, humming.
Oh.
Derek comes out of Theo's room, as does Zach. Williams-Gavin, Derek's mother, is there too, as is May Donaldson. They are all holding candles and humming. Finally, Wes comes out of the room. He looks at you nervously. He's visibly shaking. He pulls out a piece of paper and he begins to read. Morgan, you are the best thing that has ever happened to me. I don't want to say that the end of the world as we know it was ever a good thing, but if all that pain and suffering led me to you, then well, it's definitely going to be easier to handle. I'm a dweeb, you know. I'm not as smart as Zach. I'm definitely not as tough as Jenna. I'm not as funny as Theo. I'm not as charming as Derek. Derek speaks up in this moment saying, you're not really selling yourself, bud, in a joking tone. And this earns him a quick swipe up the backside of his head from Williams-Gavin and slight chuckles from the room before Wes continues. I never thought I'd be the best at anything till I met you. And then I realized it. I was meant to love you. I'd do anything for you, Morgan. You are a blazing fire and a beacon of light for this community. And I promise to do everything in my power to keep you burning. All I ask is that you just let me watch you as you rise. Morgan, I love you. And he gets down on one knee, and he pulls out a ring, not in a case, just a shining, simple, gold ring. And he says, will you marry me? And what did Morgan say in this moment?
Wes, you didn't have to go learn fucking poetry for me. And I'll nod and say yes and take the ring and
as you do,
or let him put the ring.
He immediately gets up and puts the ring on and gives you a big kiss, and the room cheers and everybody is happy, and people come up and hug you, and May comes up and she gives you a big hug, and she looks back and has both hands on the side of your head. And, Morgan. Oh, Morgan. You are all of a sudden back in the current moment, snapped out of this daydream that you were just in, as May Donaldson is across the circle from you, as you are all sitting here in this circle in the mess hall, having discussed the recent events, having discussed what to do with the upcoming horde, with the settlement at the supermarket nearby. May kind of looks at you. You realize that she is saying your name in real life, and now in this moment, and she says, Morgan, if you need to step outside while we finish the rest of this, that's fine. You don't have to be in here. It's completely understandable.
Where's Jenna?
Jenna's in the circle.
Yeah,
most likely, I would say probably right next to you.
Is that true?
Jenna, would you agree? Yeah, you're muted. It wouldn't be a session, you know, if we didn't.
Always that person.
The first one.
Yep. Yeah, I would be right next to you probably.
I imagine that Morgan is just like death grip on Jenna's hand right now, and is looking at.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who was talking to me?
May. May was the one that
May.
was saying. She looks at you with a concerned face, caring face. She says, "If you need to, take a walk, step outside while we finish talking about this, that's totally understandable. I can catch you up."
No, no. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Jenna, I'm okay.
All right.
Just
Okay,
leave it.
so
Just keep going.
As I was saying, this is Rick Lawrence speaking. I know that others have presented other ideas, diverting the horde, going to get where I understand, but I'm just saying we need to entertain the other fact or the other choice of staying here, preparing for the horde. Maybe the horde's not even going to be a big deal, but we prepare for it, and then maybe we just give these people what they want. And Maria Constantine, who is a character that you did not meet in last session. She's a council member. She is an older Hispanic woman, and she kind of speaks up. She says, "I don't think that just giving them what they ask is the right way, but I do think that there is something to say about communicating with these people, trying to come to common ground." And that Maria Constantine, she's the head of settlement outreach. Like, this is like her thing. Like, and there's been lots of arguments, as I'll kind of recap the choices that have been thrown out by everybody tonight. Derek and May have both spoken their idea of diverting the horde not towards the new settlement and then going to get Wes. Vicky, the head of security, as well as Coach Dabert, who you all would know, who's not a member of the council or anything, but it's just anybody who is an adult is here right now. And he kind of speaks up, and him and Vicky, they think that you should divert the horde to the superstore and then use that as a distraction to get Wes. Rick Lawrence, as we have said, is saying prepare for the horde and give them what they want. Maria is saying divert the horde or prepare for the horde. That doesn't really matter, but let's try to talk to this settlement. Other people are saying, the opposite of that, like, we want to go divert the horde or we want to go prepare the horde. They're saying that, like, that part of it steadfast, and then they're saying, that they're undecided on Wes, or they don't know what to do with Wes. So those are like the main options that have been thrown out so far in this discussion. And as Maria is kind of talking, she says, we should all be very angry about what happened. I'm not saying we shouldn't be. I'm just saying maybe there is something in discussion. It's just Derek kind of like scoffs and like doesn't say anything, but just like leans back. May just kind of like nods her head, like entertaining the solution, but clearly doesn't want it. Vicky's the one to speak up now. Listen, I don't know how you guys do things, but I'm not gonna sit here and just let them have Wes like that. That's not something that we should allow, okay? They cut off Brady's fucking head. And, people are just kind of talking over each other. Do any of you speak up? Do any of you do anything?
I'd say, I don't mean to, speak against keeping the peace, but these do not seem like people who are going to negotiate. I don't think negotiating is an option.
I mean, look at what happened when they killed one of our own. We killed one of their own. It's only right.
Hell, if we try to negotiate, they could just kill us. They have no reason not to if we don't do exactly what they said.
Which is why we got to get them out of there.
We got it.
Saying
I think using the horde as a distraction is maybe the best way to take care of both of these things at once. But I think either way, we need to prepare for the possibility that the horde might be coming.
We divert and this is Derek saying this again, if we divert the horde to the other settlement, that is definitely making sure that this becomes a thing. And it's also giving us two enemies to fight at once. It's already a thing. There's a lot of RNG in that. There's a lot of randomness.
Yeah. But if we get Wes and we don't give them everything else we want, this is a thing regardless.
It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well, Rick kind of speaks up in this moment and he says, we're all here because we haven't made mistakes. We're all here because we've made the right choices. Okay?
That's not... No. That's not true at all. We've lost people just because. Just because someone got lost, it doesn't mean that they made a bad choice or they made a stupid...
Well, I haven't killed anyone yet, Zach. Have you killed anyone recently? And he kind of shoots Morgan a glance and then kind of looks down.
What are you saying? If you got something to say, Rick, say it.
Well, I've been saying it this whole damn time. Why is this whole community going to bat for someone who killed somebody? He made the crime. Now it's time for him to face his punishment.
Are you saying you wouldn't want us to
death.
fight for you if this was you? If you were in the same situation, you wouldn't want a community backing you?
Well, I would never murder someone in cold blood.
We've never sentenced anybody to death here.
And it wasn't in cold blood, it was an accident.
It's according to the man who did it. No witnesses, huh? All right. Rick, this is not going to help us at all. This kind of combativeness. Theo is something that we can deal with on another time. But one thing that we will not be doing is we will not be endangering anyone in this community. If we give them Theo, that means we have given in, that means we are theirs. That means they can take anything from us at any time. We cannot allow that to happen. I would be willing to discuss with them, willing to come with some sort of parlay before I was willing to...
It's not just Theo's life. They also wanted all of our food, all of our ammunition. They would essentially be leaving us to die over this winter. It's not just Theo's life if we give in to their demands. All of us are at stake here. And they're not just going to accept him by itself. They made their demands pretty clear.
I agree with Zach.
I do too.
I do too.
People kind of... Sean speaks up. Sean agrees. Sylvia immediately backs up Zach. Everybody kind of nods. The majority of the room is... I mean, no one is like as adamant as Rick is, but you did see that some people were like, well, maybe, but the majority of the room is kind of nodding their head. All right then. So, we know we're not going to give up Theo. That option is gone, off the table. I think it's time we finally come to a vote about these things. So we have one option. We divert the horde, sending a small team to do so. Doesn't need to be that many people, just to divert. And then that same team goes and gets Wes. They come back here. While the other people are staying, they think of what to do next. But at least we'll have everyone back. The second option, that same team goes and diverts the horde towards the settlement. We then use that as a distraction to get Wes and bring him back. There was a third option of sending a team large enough to kill the horde, I think we've all kind of, and everybody kind of like locks that one down. Like no one wants to leave the settlement that unprotected, and like that's just not one of the more viable options. And are there any other options that are even worth voting for? And she kind of looks around the room. Okay. Option 1, divert the horde away from the settlement and away from us. Then go get Wes. Option 2, use the horde as a distraction. So you're voting for option 1 or option 2? Okay, people.
I'm gonna kind of look to Morgan and like make eye contact as though like I'm where you are.
Derek looks at you, Zach, as if he's kind of truly 50-50, doesn't know what to do.
I have my eyes just trained on my feet because I know if I look at him, it's not gonna.
Yeah. Okay. He just puts a hand on your knee, gives it a gentle squeeze. All right. All those in favor of option 1, raise your hands. Let me look at who's here.
Let me count the votes real quick.
Sean, May, Maria, Olive. They all vote to divert the horde away. They all vote for option 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Sean, May, Maria, Olive. Yeah, 4. And she says, well, I think we know, but option 2. Derek, 3 of you, the coach, Vicky, Sylvia, all raise their hands for option 2. All right, well, I think we have all the understanding that time is of the essence. I think that we need to give ourselves, and I think we need to give ourselves the rest of the day and night to prepare. I say that we take a little break for now. We come back this evening because it is like right now it's like 2 in the afternoon after all the deliberation. She says we come back this evening for dinner. After dinner, those who will be on the team and the council members will stay back and discuss the specific planning, and then the team will leave at first light. Now, before we all leave and break, we should just go ahead and get it over with and decide on the team. Shouldn't be too many people. Sean, do you have... you're gonna need to lead it, and Sean kind of like speaks up and he's like, yeah, I understand.
I'm going.
Yeah, I definitely want to take Jenna with me. If I can take Sylvia too, that would be nice. Sylvia nods her head, and then he says, really, we just need no more than 4 more people. So total of 7. Anything bigger than that, I'm worried that it would cause an issue. Maybe 8 if someone really feels like there's a good argument. She kind of nods her head.
We're bringing Morgan, right?
She says, all right, well, that's 3. And then May says, I don't know. And she looks over at Morgan.
Morgan, it's up to you.
That was Angie being stressed. I'll look at Jenna, I'll look at Sean, and then I'll turn really fast to May. And I'll say, now May, you'll watch my boys, right?
Ain't nobody gonna do anything to your boys.
And if I don't come back, and if we don't come back, you tell them.
We don't need to talk about that, sweetie, because you're gonna be coming back.
I'm in.
As soon as you say that you're,
good squeeze.
As soon as you say that you're in, Theo speaks up. If I need to be refused or something, I understand. This is my problem. My soul couldn't take it if my sister was out there fixing my problem. I would love to go. Sean kind of like takes a deep breath and nods his head. Derek speaks up. He looks over at Zach. Squeezes your hand. I'm going.
And kind of go where he goes.
John kind of nods his head. He says, "That's 8. No wait, that's 8. Right?
Who? Yeah, I was gonna ask you who's making it. Sean, Sylvia, Morgan, Theo, Derek, me.
Yes. Is that 8?
That was 1, 2, 3. That's 6.
Wait,
Sean, Sylvia,
Me.
Sean, Sylvia, Morgan, Theo, Derek, me.
Jenna
makes 7.
Jenna 7. Okay, so it's just 7. Okay. So yeah, okay. 'Cause I didn't know if it went one more than he wanted. That's what I was trying to figure out. Why couldn't I count? That was so weird.
Counting's hard, notoriously.
Well, I was like, that's 8. Why is that not 8? Wow, that was weird. He says, all right, well, that's 7. He kind of looks over at May. May says, all right, decided then. You all are heroes.
Okay. Thank you. I'll look at Zach. I'll roll my eyes.
Okay, well, we should break for dinner. And everybody gets up. There was probably 40 or so people in this room. You all are very prominent figures in this community. Even you, Morgan, who doesn't technically hold a position of power. You're involved with Wes. You're involved with May. You just it's not that Morgan doesn't have her own qualities. Of course she does, but you also did kind of marry into the royalty of this community almost, kind of a thing. So, and then Jenna is one of the best runners that this community has, as is Sean. And Sean and Jenna together have always made a good duo. Zach's obviously the chief doctor of this town. So this is you guys have always kind of held you're the main characters, literally and physically, or figuratively. It's just true.
The history books will write about us.
Yeah.
There are any.
So yeah, the other people are just in real life. It's true. There are leaders and there are followers. The other people have gotten where they are in this world because they are followers, and that is their role, and that is what they've accepted, and that's what they're good at. And they're good, hardworking, trusting people. But a lot of these people, a lot of them, have spent most of their time in this secluded settlement. They went through some stuff to get here. All of you went through some stuff to get here, and then those who are runners, those who are leaving, constantly are seeing stuff. But those who got there early and just stayed there, including you, Morgan, the events of these past the events of these past couple hours are a huge wake-up call. And so everybody kind of separates. Derek looks at you, Jenna looks at you, Morgan, and is like, I'll see you both tonight. Morgan, do you need anything? Is there anything that I can do?
No. I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay, right. I'm gonna go. I think I need a nap. He looks at you.
A nap?
Yeah, I think I need a nap. This is I don't know. I need to lie down at the very least. I need to lie down, I think. I'm going home. And he he turns and he looks at you, Zach. Is there any reason why I shouldn't go home right now?
No, you should rest.
But what are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna eat. That's for sure.
Well, if we're going
I'm gonna
out, you need to be strong.
Oh, well, okay. I think I'm gonna go take care of my horse.
Okay.
That was Michael, not Zach.
Okay, yeah.
My horse?
What's your horse's name? What do they look like?
So the horse that I got here on was Big Guy.
Big Guy.
Who was a painted horse, painted chestnut. That was many, many years ago. Big Guy is no longer with us.
Yes.
But his foal, Little Lady, is
amazing.
And he has a few foals that are now older, but Little Lady is the one that I mostly.
I like to think that maybe Jenna's horse is another foal of Big Guys.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So Jenna, Morgan, what do you guys do in this little break time?
I mean, I think we should go spend the day, as much of the day as we can, with the boys. Give them a nice day. Distract ourselves a little bit.
I mean, it's beautiful out, all things considered. So, maybe we can walk by the lake.
Yeah, let's take the boys out and go walk by the lake. Maybe we can. I got some dry goods stashed in my closet. Maybe we can go have a little picnic.
That actually sounds really nice.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Are you? I mean, you're not okay, but
no.
Are you okay?
I'm mad.
You should be.
And I'm mad at Wes. And there's no reason to be mad at Wes.
I mean, I get it. It's not his fault, but...
Well, like, he's an idiot, He's an idiot. But it's not his fault, but he's an idiot.
Yeah, I don't think that's what caused this, but...
No, it's not. But why am I so mad at him then?
Because he didn't have to go, because he chose to go, but he didn't know. I choose to go out on random runs all the time.
I don't need to think about that now. I don't need to think about this happening every time you go out on a random run.
It never has before, so I think our odds are looking pretty good.
Okay, well... This is all I can take for one lifetime, okay?
All right,
I'm done. After we get blessed back and sick those nasties on those white-haired men.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm done. No more excitement.
Well, all right, let's get through this one and then we'll see, all right?
Okay.
All right, so you both head back towards your cabin. Derek heads home, and Zach...
Can I see, as we split, can I see where Zach goes?
To the stables, yeah. You see that he's heading that way.
Cool. I'll just kind of watch as he, I'll stop maybe a little bit, and just kind of watch, just check in on him, and
okay, yeah.
Vibe check situation. Don't have to be a roll, but
yeah. I mean, you watch. You know that Zach is usually not a very social person, unless coerced into it. But I mean, clearly upset, but also a very hard person to read. So.
How far away is he?
I mean, you both just left, so I mean, probably 20 feet away.
Okay.
You'd be hey! He would hear you.
Hey! As we're leaving, I want to make a point to pass by and just look at him and sense in that, the sadness and the fear.
Yeah.
That I'll just say, hey, Zach, we're gonna, no pressure or anything, but if you wanna, Jenna and I are gonna take the boys out by
No.
the lake? Oh.
No.
Oh. Well, it will be there if you want.
No, I appreciate it,
That was
but
faster than I thought it would be. And I'll just look at him and
I just like, come on. But you have your kids. I got a horse to go see, so I'm gonna go check in with her and then head back home myself. But thank you.
yeah, always.
Yeah.
And
I
I'll
walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I start going.
All right. As you separate, May catches up with the two of you. She wants to go see the boys. And so she goes in. You know that Nana, or a reminder that Nana Adams was currently watching them. So you both show back up at your cabin, and Nana Adams is playing with the boys because they woke up from their nap. She sees all of you and is happy to see you, and she kind of nods and looks at you, Morgan, a little. She hugs you back, and she says, "All right, sweetie, you let me know if you need anything, okay?"
Oh, absolutely, Nana,
All right.
absolutely.
And,
I'm still gonna borrow that book from you.
Well, good, because I put it there on the counter, and I also we made some cookies, me and the boys. So they already had a few. They already had a few. I'm sorry, but okay. Well, and she kind of walks over to May, and May kind of like hugs her and talks to her and starts to like catch her up on what happened. As the two of you gather up the boys,
I'm taking those cookies.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You pack up the cookies. You pack up some.
I'm gonna have one hanging out of my mouth.
I have some like, I don't know, like we went on a run once and found like first time we found the grocery store, found like a pack of Little Debbie's or something.
Cute.
And I've got like the last 2 Twinkies.
Yes.
Oh my god. I've had one Twinkie in my life, and I'm ready for the second one.
So you pack up everything, and you all go on a nice little picnic, and we will come back to that. So Zach, as you are heading to the stables, you're not too far behind. He's a bit ahead of you. You see him enter, and then when you enter the stables, you see him kind of at the main area, like where all the saddles are hung up, and where all the tools and stuff are. You see Rick Lawrence kind of like huffing and puffing and like taking off his jacket. Oh, hey Zach, how you doing?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, yeah. He doesn't say anything to you either. You head on down and head on down the road, and you see little lady in her stall. She is happy and healthy and and happy to see you. What does little lady look like?
Lady is a brown painted chestnut horse, much like her dad was. Just kind of like there's nothing like really super distinctive about her. Just kind of has she's more brown than white, but she's just typical. I'm mostly just using this as a area where I can decompress,
of course,
for a bit.
Yeah.
Not that I don't really have much prep that I need to like do.
Yeah.
I just needed to be.
Of course, yeah. You just
alone for a second.
You spend some time alone. Spend some time with this. Massive beast. Relatively, and little lady has this like strong sense of calm about her, and it's something that Zach is just kind of able to breathe in. And after brushing her mane and making sure that she's all saddled up, and well, not saddled up right now, but making sure she's ready because she will be, traveling with you tomorrow. You head home, or
I go. Yeah, I'm gonna go and see if Derek is still napping. Or even if he started napping.
Yeah. You walk into the bedroom and you see Derek on the bed. And he is sitting with his back to the door, just kind of like leaning over. Just t-shirt, boxers, like clearly was ready to take a nap, but has just like not been able to do it. And is just kind of like sitting there staring at the floor.
Should he nap?
Yeah, I've been trying to fall asleep while sitting up, and it's just not a skill that I can master.
That's a bad strategy.
Yeah.
It's a really bad strategy.
Yeah, can't sleep.
I mean, think of it this way. This is probably the last bed that we're going to, have for a while, so...
That's a good point. Kind of gets back and leans back and slaps the bed next to him and kind of puts his hands back behind his head.
I'll go off my shoes and get in.
Yeah. All right. So I'm scared. For a lot of reasons. I'm scared of losing you. I'm scared of losing Wes. I'm also just like, I'm scared of dying. So, okay, I've said all the things, and those are the big ones, and, I've said them, so now they're dealt with.
I'm scared too. More scared of losing you than I am of myself.
You're scared of losing me, then all you need to do is stay alive. Because as long as you're alive, so will I be.
Oh. I'm so tired.
Me too.
It just seems like every time we almost get somewhere, it's like it's not. And it keeps going, and I just... I don't know how much more of this I can do.
Hey, don't say that. You are the strongest guy I know. I mean, if you say that, then what am I gonna do out here? I mean, what am I supposed to do? It is so hard. And as much as I can empathize with you, not even I can sympathize with you. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know the whole story. I've not traveled for days, weeks, months out there. I know what you've seen from what you've said, but I haven't felt it. But you made it through all of that, and if you made it through all of that, you can make it through this with a person who is right by your side, who loves you more than anything. Because you made it alone, and if you can make it alone, you can make it with me. It just makes sense, So I'm not going to give you the choice. Because I'm selfish. And so you got to stay around. Because I said so. And you got to do the things that I want you to do. Because I'm high maintenance. So.
Mm-hmm. I'm notoriously very chill and not neurotic and very easy to live with.
Zach, I don't want you to resent me.
I could never do that. Are you kidding me?
Would we be going on this trip if Wes wasn't my best friend?
To be honest, I think we probably would. Because you are a very good person. And you like to stand up for what's right. Way more than I ever have the courage to. So, yeah. I think so.
There is a world where 2 months from now, we are in this settlement, alive and well, and we just left Wes and Morgan and Jenna at the bar, and we are laughing, and we stumble in this door drunk, and we say, remember when we thought we were gonna die? Like, there is a world where that exists, Zach, you know?
I know.
Just as much as it doesn't have the chance of existing, and it does have the chance of existing. And I just don't want you to forget it. Because if you forget that that's an option, then what is there to fight for?
I know. It's... I have no idea what's gonna happen. And I feel like I've had such a plan for so long of knowing what, I mean, best case scenario, what my day was going to be like. And I just wish that I could be so much more confident that we were going to be fine.
No? I wish there was something I can say. There's not. The truth is, we don't know.
I just told his hand, this is enough. This is enough for right now.
Yeah. You know what, I think you being here is making it a lot easier to, you know, and he just kind of fades into slumber.
I think I'm up,
Yeah.
but I will just lay there, just kind of running my fingers through his hair and making sure that he stays asleep the entire time.
Of course. As you are kind of doing that, digesting, dealing with the emotions, we cut to a much different vibe. Over by the Blue Valley Lake. Morgan and Jenna and the boys, Theo and Frankie, are finishing up a picnic of snack foods and Twinkies. Morgan, you take in the last delectable bite of your spongy treat. And the sun is starting to go down in the sky. You know that soon enough, in an hour or so, you'll need to be meeting in the mess hall again. But for now, it's a nice breezy afternoon, and it seems almost as if things are normal. And then Theo says, "So, Mom, where's Dad?"
Oh, he's out on a run.
Okay, and so you're gonna go meet him because he's scared.
Well, he's not scared.
Okay.
He just knows that your Aunt Jenna's really tough and will beat up anything. So he wants us to come help.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Are you gonna beat things up too, Mom?
Yeah, you're not stuff.
Mom's not tough.
Look at my muscles.
Mom's not tough. I'm tough.
She's tough.
I should go with you, Aunt Jenna.
Maybe next time, all right, buddy?
Okay. Well, what about Frankie? Can he go?
No, not yet. You gotta keep practicing, but you'll be able to go one day. Show me how hard your punch is, and I just kind of give him my arm. Show me how strong you're getting.
He rears back. Ugh.
Oh my God!
It's not nothing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh gosh, you're pretty close, buddy. I say, a little more practice. Maybe you can Maybe you'll be able to come out someday soon.
Okay, I'll keep practicing.
Yeah, keep practicing.
I want to be a runner. And he looks over.
Keep practicing,
Morgan.
but not on your brother. Okay.
Well, who else am I supposed to practice on?
You gotta just remember. I taught you how you can practice. You can punch. You don't have to actually punch anybody.
But how do I know how hard I'm hitting?
Well, the more you do it, the stronger you'll get, and then you'll get harder and harder. You don't even have to know how hard you're getting. You can test it on me every now and then, huh?
Okay. Can I have another cookie?
Today, yeah.
Okay. He reaches in, grabs one. Well, taking a deep breath.
I heard him say he wants to be a runner.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just internalize that for a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at Jenna and I'll be like, if you weren't a runner, what would you want to do?
Well, I don't know. Leave.
Leave here?
Not really. I mean, I would never leave, but
where would
know
you
what
go?
I mean. I don't know, but I could not. I personally could not stay here all the time. I get restless, you know. I gotta go out and look and just see what's out there.
And you just go out and you look and you see what's out there, and then you see it, and then what? Do you want to stay there, or do you like coming back? Because you always gotta have a place to come back.
Of course, I like coming back, but I can't spend all day here. You know, I gotta get out there. Yeah, every time I go out, I find something or I don't. But when I go out the next time, it might be something new, and you never know what we're gonna find out there. I gotta keep you and the kids safe. I mean, there have been times that's what we've had to do.
But what about you?
What do you mean, what about me?
I don't know, just...
I'm fine.
Are you though?
Are you maybe just pretty worried about yourself right now, so you're trying to talk about me instead?
I'm not ever worried about myself. I'm not ever worried about myself. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. I have a family. I have a husband that loves me. I have 2 beautiful kids, and I love everything that I have achieved in my life. But what is going on? What is Sean? What is Vicky? What is...
I don't
Is this the restless?
Just because I don't have what you have doesn't mean I'm not happy.
But are you happy?
Of course I am. Look at this. Look at them. And I kind of gesture to the boys wherever they're playing.
But they're people, so I guess like they're not mine, but they're mine, and you're my family too. But do you want this, or are you happy?
Look, I love that this is what you want. I love that this is what you have, and I love those kids, but for me, this is not a world that I'm gonna bring more people into. I love that these boys are here. I love that you have them. I love that that's what you want, but I can't. It hurts my heart enough to think that they live in this crazy world, let alone try to have people of my own. No. I gotta protect the people that are already here. It's a full-time job as it is. But I appreciate you.
Yeah, everybody's out here appreciating me.
You hear a cleared throat behind you, and you turn and you see Head sulking, shoulders up, Theo. And he looks over at you, Jenna, and he says, Jenna, can I talk to my sister, please?
We're having a nice moment over here.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I can leave. I'm sorry. And he turns and starts to walk away.
No, God damn.
I'll go. I'll be over here, and I'll kind of go to the side with the boys and just kind of play with them. I don't know, 30, 40 feet away.
What?
You go over to him?
Yeah.
Make a vibe check for me at advantage because this is your brother.
Vibe check with advantage from my brother. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's worse.
Angie sucks at rolling.
Angie's here. But I do have really good
vibe.
Like vibe. So 7 plus 5 is that 13?
12.
12.
It is very clear that Theo has been, vomiting from the amount of sobbing he's been doing.
Oh my God, Theo, get your shit together.
He has broken blood vessels and puffy. But in this moment, he seems very much to be forcing a stoic face. And he says, without looking at you, kind of looking at your shoulder, he says, Morgan, I can never tell you how sorry I am for putting your family in this position. Ever since Mom and Dad died, I haven't really known what my place is, and I've looked for I've tried to fill that hole with things that aren't so great, and it led me to make stupid decisions, and none of this is an excuse. I'm just trying to explain, and what happened with that guy, it was all so fast, and they didn't seem like good people. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I don't think I deserve that. I didn't really hear you speak up in the room, and I just wanted to give you your chance to tell me if you didn't want me to go with you. And he kind of shoots a glance up towards you and then looks right back down.
Two things, Theodore. You did not just put my family in danger, you put your family in danger, because never forget that I am still your family. And you're an idiot. And I'm really mad at you. And
he is not smiling, by the way. I just think this is
I don't think Morgan has been smiling at half the stuff that I as this player. Some of it, yes, but it's hard to just not.
Yeah.
I'm living a weird dream right now.
Of course.
You're an idiot, and I'm really mad at you. The deepest, darkest parts of me, and I'm gonna say it. Sometimes wish it was you out there instead of Wes.
I deserve that.
But also, you are coming with us because you are going to lie in this bed that you made, and you are going to get yourself out of it.
Of course.
And you are going to get us all out of it as well, and that is going to be your forgiveness.
Okay. Thank you. I love you, and I'll leave you alone. And he starts to walk away.
Well, don't leave us alone. Are you going to come and... I had a Twinkie, and let me tell you...
He looks up at you and makes eye contact with you. You had a Twinkie?
Yeah, Jenna got a Twinkie, and Nana made cookies, so you
Nana made
down
cookies?
here with us. Yeah, you're gonna sit here down with us, and you're gonna finish this picnic before we
Oh,
march
he
ourselves
kind of
straight
like
to our death.
he bends over at a punch from 4-year-old Theo right to his gut. oh, JJ.
Look out for this one. He's got a mean right hook.
He looks
Jenna's
over
got
at
a
you.
bruise.
And single tear comes down his eye, and he just mouths the words, "Thank you."
Get that out of me. Oh no.
Are you crying, Uncle Junior?
Yeah, he's a wuss.
No, I'm not, but I'm gonna make you cry. And he picks him up and starts messing with him and tickling him. And it's a very nice little picnic that 5 of you have. We're gonna take a little time jump here. Not take a little. We're gonna do a little time jump.
Take a little time jump.
Let's take a little time jump. So you all are at this dinner, having just ended. The young ones, the older people, the people, and pretty much the rest of the community, other than the council members and the members of the team, all stay behind, kind of make another semicircle of the lunch tables again. Derek brings out a cooler of, not a cooler, but a couple bottles of wine. And more of an ice bucket kind of a sitch. And gives people glasses if they want one. This is going to be a hard conversation, or at least this is going to be a hard day tomorrow, and I want to drink. And he passes it around. Morgan, yes.
We don't have to RP this, but if Jenna is on board, I don't know, we haven't really talked about this. Does Jenna have weed?
For sure Jenna has some weed.
Can Jenna and Morgan have maybe done a little bit of weed prior to this meeting?
Yeah, so we like it's evening, right?
Yeah, now it's like it's like 8 p.m. 8:30, yeah.
So we like put the boys to bed, went outside, smoked a joint, and then walked
like
over
we used to with Wes and Derek when we were kids.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I love it. Yeah. So at some point in some cabin, you guys found a batch that has kept you have now you're now growing your own, and one of just a lot like Eugene. Like Jenna has a place with her as a runner that she goes to that has a big stash house.
Sometimes random people come in and out of my apartment, and the boys are always like, "And Jenna's got lots of friends."
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
2 different things.
So yeah, easily enough. So you're feeling chill.
I mean,
it's been a long time since Morgan has done this, and Morgan is feeling very chill. Mm-hmm. And Sean looks at Jenna and immediately clocks what's going on. Sean is a very observant person, and he just kind of smirks and chuckles.
I'll just wink at him.
He winks back.
I see them wink, and
He looks over at you. He looks over at you, Jenna, and then Sean's not a very emotional person, but Sean just he starts laughing. He's like, and he takes a glass of wine. Derek ends his little circle at you, Zach, sits down and offers a glass.
No.
Okay. He says, "I thought so."
Should have invited Zach. We used to invite you all the time, but you always said no.
We'll invite him after.
Are we all in the same spot right now?
Yeah. If that's okay.
I think I've totally clocked Morgan.
Oh yeah. I mean, Jenna will still smoke, so Jenna's a pretty normal acting person right now. Jenna, maybe just a little bit more relaxed, but Morgan, it's oh my gosh, what is going on with Morgan right now?
She's just smiling. She's just looking. She'll
Morgan
look at Jenna and look at everybody else.
Morgan thinks that no one knows, but
yeah.
but other than May, everyone knows. Like May doesn't know. Like May doesn't know what's going on, but everyone else. As a matter of fact, Penny on the way in saw you guys and like came over and took a puff.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I feel some kind of way.
All right, so I guess I'm a council member, and I'm on this team. I'm the only one that is that way, so I guess I'll go ahead and kind of run this. Since we chose option 2, we're gonna be diverting the horde to them. Sean, just immediately kind of from a like tactical standpoint, what are we looking at here? And Sean kind of speaks up and he says, well, distracting them is not going to be hard to do. Directing them is not going to be hard to do. We just continuously distract them in one area. Really, the difficult part is going to be getting them to the settlement. If they're anything like us, they have patrols and or outposts on the outskirts that are going to notice a horde of that size coming in, maybe send somebody to do something about it. So that's something we need to be aware of. And then once we get to the scene, best case scenario is sending them into the supermarket and us sitting back and watching from a distance, and then waiting for the right moment to go in and strike, because we can't. I was actually gonna say come in and clean up the mess, but with Wes down there, we can't afford to do that. So that's that. No, that's the first thing. Now we have that to base our conversation off. Now let's discuss.
I mean, I think that last suggestion isn't so bad. If we could, I don't know, get in there first and see where Wes is, so that we know where we're going once we get in there. Maybe we could get one of the guards to give us some information, or get one of their scouts.
Well, something I haven't thought about, Derek says, this horde moves pretty slow. If we can assuredly get them on a certain track, which is towards the supermarket, we could then head of the horde to the supermarket, get Wes out of there. We're out of there by the time the horde even gets in there. They take care of our enemies for us.
I think that's exactly what we should do.
I do have one further suggestion.
Yeah, please.
You mentioned that they're going to have patrols and watch points, same as we do, for the same exact situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Is there any way we could maybe, a small amount of us could get rid of those points? Basically, so that when the horde gets to them, they have no advance warning, no time to prepare. It's just on them.
I think if we can find out that information, that's exactly what we should do.
I know that's so much more work, but anything we can do.
But it's smart, Derek says. All right, May says. So it seems like the plan is to head northeast to the horde and the ridge where we last heard of them being near. Along the way, you will look for any sign of these people to try and find information on them. If you don't find anything there, once you get to the horde, you discuss how to divert them into a certain direction, and then once they are diverted, a group of you moves ahead, tries to spot any patrols or outposts, take them out, gets in, gets west, gets out before the horde gets there. Am I hearing everything correctly? Derek kind of shakes his head. It's about the short and tall of it, yeah.
We also do need to make sure that that white hair guy, he needs to be taken out.
Yeah, he's a priority target for sure.
if we don't get him, and I mean see with our own eyes him being, he's gonna keep coming.
I'll do it personally if they don't get to him first.
Sylvia kind of leans forward and she looks over at Zach and nods and she says, yeah, we're gonna have to cut off the head of the snake, that's for sure.
Cut his head off.
Everybody kind of looks at Morgan like,
yes, ma'am.
I said what I said.
It's also quite possible that some of those people that we saw with him when they came here are in those watchtowers or watch points are on these. So taking out also his trusted people. I just feel, God, this feels weird that I'm saying this. I'm just freely advocating about wiping out an entire...
It's easy to do when they sent one of our people into our camp without a head.
It's the world that we live in now. They started this. I agree with Jenna.
Yeah. Technically, we started it, but I'll shut up.
Theo kind of coughs and shakes his head. Well, this was faster than I thought it was going to be, Derek says. Well, I think we all know that we need to leave at first light.
Unless anyone else wants to hear another version of my "Don't Say No" speech, I could give that speech again.
Do it in an accent.
Ooh.
Do it in like a British accent.
Ooh, yeah, do it in a British
Hey!
accent.
There's a loud shot.
Oh my!
All of you turn to see a very drunken Chris Knight inside of the mess hall with a pistol.
Sobered.
Kind of up in the air.
I move in front of Derek.
Okay. You move in front of Derek. Derek kind of like almost tries to stop you, but like doesn't. Everybody freezes. How is he here? And he points the gun over at Theo. Theo kind of like backs up. He gets to just... everything's fine with him, but I ain't get locked in a house all day? What's all that about, huh? Why am I the bad guy all of a sudden? He kind of starts to walk forward and he's waving his gun. He's the one that made me do all of that. You know? So Theo kind of steps forward. That's not true. As Theo steps forward, he points the gun over in Theo's direction.
Hey, let's everyone just take a moment.
Oh, you mean like you took with Theo, but not me?
You ran from me, Chris. I didn't have time to talk to you. I talked to Theo. That was how the situation played out. You both ran from us, so we didn't get to talk to both of you. I didn't signal Theo out.
Make a convince check.
Can I, while Zach's talking to him, can I try to get behind him or like to the side of him so that I can try to like disarm him?
Yeah, make a sneak check.
Oh, this is my first roll.
I know time. there's oh shit.
It's one to roll.
Oh god damn it! An 8.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay. With your 16, he starts to calm down. Luckily, he wasn't agitated because as soon as Jenna kind of steps to the side, like a board creaks, and he swings the gun over to her. But he was calm enough that he doesn't shoot right away. What are you doing?
I'm just moving around, man. What are you doing? Jesus.
Get back over there.
Why don't you put the gun down?
Get back over there.
Nobody else here is armed. Put the gun down.
Move back over there.
All right, I'll move back.
So, Theo's gonna come with me. Theo kind of steps forward. Okay. Alright, I'll come with you.
And go, where are you taking him, Chris?
Where I want to, Zach.
Well, let me tell you something. You've got a bunch of council people in this around here, and we have pretty sturdy wall outside of that has guards all the time. So I don't see you getting very far.
Sean tries to step forward on the other side, just like Jenna did. He turns back around. Everybody stop moving! I don't want to go. Maybe I don't want to go anywhere, huh?
I don't think you should go anywhere. But I especially would rather you not have a loaded gun near my husband.
Oh. Husband tackled me to the ground, and Derek kind of like tries to push past you.
Yeah, he's really good at
that. Do you try to stop him?
Yeah, I'm stopping Derek.
Okay, he tries to push past you, but he's not going to fight you. So he stays back. He's like, I'm sorry that I did that, Chris, but I did that because, like Zach said, you ran away from us. Okay, listen, right now you've not done anything. Okay, you've not done anything to harm any of us. We can all still talk about this. This is you haven't done anything wrong. I said, oh, I haven't done anything wrong, huh? Then why was I locked in a room all day with Vicky? And you know what? I just kind of starts to raise the gun towards Theo. Theo runs forward, and Chris shoots the gun, missing Theo, and Theo tackles Chris to the ground. The gun goes flying.
I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, and quickly enough, he's drunk, so quickly enough, the gun has got Chris's handled. Things are wrapped up as quickly as they started. Vicky bursts into the room. Oh my god. How the fuck did you get out? And she starts to walk over towards Chris very angrily. Sean kind of steps in the middle and he's like, not right now. Derek walks over to Chris and he says, Chris, we need to get you sobered up. Everything's gonna be okay, alright? We need to, everything's fine. You're not a prisoner, okay? We just want to take care of you. And he starts looking at Vicky and Sylvia and Vicky, Sylvia, Sean. They all escort Chris out. Derek looks over at Vicky before she leaves and is like, someone is watching him all night. Vicky kind of like shakes her head. I know. She walks out. So left here is the rest of the council has left. It's just May, Derek, and the three of you standing in here.
Derek, Zach, are you okay? Are you guys okay?
Oh, and Theo, sorry.
I mean, all in one piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all in one piece. Really, he's not like that. I don't know why he did that. That's not.
He's very, very drunk. People will do a lot when they're very drunk.
It's not him. Okay, we'll see y'all in the morning. And, he comes up to you, Morgan, and he gives you a hug. It's a hesitant hug, but he gives you a hug, and then he walks out. May kind of looks at the rest of you and she says, well, it's been an eventful day. I'm going to have a handful with the boys tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and get some sleep. You all need anything, let me know, alright? Morgan,
Thank you, May.
you mind walking me outside for just a moment?
Sure, yeah.
She walks you outside. She turns back to you and it's just the two of you and she says, Morgan, I started this community 25 years ago and Tim was with me and Wes was with me And Eric was, and so was Rachel. You know how it went. I have put the community first every single day since that day. And so I can't ask you what I'm about to ask you, but I have to. I need you to bring my boy back to me. I don't care what you have to do. And it'll be the last thing I ever ask of you. The others might decide. You see her like pulling back tears. The others might decide at some point that Wes isn't worth it. And it's going to make a lot of sense. But don't you listen to them. Then you bring my boy back to me. Okay? I'm sorry. And she just shakes her head. And she just leans into you and she's just crying.
Don't you be sorry. Yeah, I'll hold her.
This is a rare sight.
Mm-hmm.
May Donaldson.
I had that vibe.
Yeah. This is not the May Donaldson that you know. May Donaldson's a strong, tough woman. Yeah. When Tim Donaldson died, the only reason you knew she was ever emotional was because of what Wes told you he would see in private. Because it would never happen in front of any of you. Yeah. And she kind of catches herself for a moment. I shouldn't ask. I shouldn't tell you that. I shouldn't say that. But I had to.
Yeah.
But just know. No, I also love you, and I don't want you to get hurt, okay? Those boys need a mother. You need to come back too.
Oh, we're all gonna come back.
I hope so.
We're all gonna.
Okay, I need my beauty sleep. Alright. And she gives you a kiss on the cheek, and she hugs you very big, and walks away.
Good night.
The door opens, and Zach and Derek and Jenna are exiting the mess hall. Derek looks at you, Zach, and he says, so I know you want to go shoot your bow, but can we instead just go home and go to bed?
Yes.
Okay, good. And I'm going to make sure
that's the fastest I've ever seen them solve something. I'd say to Jenna.
I'm going to make sure that you're the one that you like hear this as they're walking away. I'm going to get sure that you're falling asleep this time. And as the two of you...
I just like start walking a little bit faster.
As the two of you walk away, Jenna and Morgan, you head back to your cabin as well, I'm assuming. And
yeah, I'll on the way back as we're walking, I'll grab Jenna's hand like I did when we were at the meeting.
Yeah.
And just be like, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but do you want to just stay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that apartment's tiny, but it feels really big sometimes by myself, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And the relief that washes over.
Of course, yeah.
Morgan. Yeah.
Yes, I can, yeah. So, as the three of you find yourselves in your respective homes, you have a nice evening of whatever you can call sleep, doing whatever you feel your character would do the night before such a big occasion, whatever they would do. And as you
God.
find yourselves asleep, I think that that's a good spot to take a little early bio break.
Oh, good.
So that we can have a good chunk when we come back, and also just we'll be ready to start the adventure outside of Blue Valley after this. So don't go anywhere. And yeah, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Stand up, stretch, get some water, and stay tuned. Bye. Hello, welcome back to Charmed Persons. Last we left off, our party was reeling from the events of the previous day, decided that in order to tackle both of their current issues at once, they were going to travel to the oncoming horde, direct it in the direction of the superstore that they know that these evil survivors that they have met are at, and cause chaos, and within that chaos either get Wes out before or get Wes out during, whatever it works out to be. And they found themselves in their homes, sleeping with their loved ones, some, and the next day has occurred. It is morning. Sun is in the sky, barely. You are all gathered at the stables. So this morning, Morgan, you've already said goodbye to the boys. May met at your apartment this morning, and they were really sleepy, and so it wasn't much of you told them you loved them, and they said that they loved you, but they were practically falling asleep while you were talking to them. And you've gathered up everything that you would need. Do any of you want to grab a rifle from the armory?
I do.
Okay. So you can add a rifle to your inventory. You will have 5 bullets with this rifle. It does a D10 of damage plus your agility. And it is plus your agility. And it is plus your agility to hit, just like the other weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way to also get any extra ammo for my handgun?
I will allow you, because you're at the settlement with the army, to get 5 more bullets for your handgun.
Okay, cool.
Anybody can do that if you want.
5 more?
5 more.
Okay.
Would I have that as arrows instead of?
You start off with a max. Like, your quiver can only hold 20, and you start off with that 20.
Great.
So you're good. And if you want to grab a handgun, though, with 5 bullets, you can. You can have both a handgun and a bow. It's up to you.
I'll say, yeah, why not? I mean,
Okay,
that's not a bad
for sure.
You
They're
got a range.
or they're not.
You got a short.
They're more concealable, And if anyone, like, I know that some people have a switchblade. If you want to switch out that switchblade for a hunting knife, which is a D4 to a D6, you can.
I'm doing that.
You can totally do that. I will also say, with your crafting items, you all start at 0 for everything, but you have a med kit each. 1 med kit each. Booksmart, you already started with one. And then you have, in addition to that, 1 Molotov.
Oh. That was all the wine we didn't drink yesterday.
Yes.
So
1 Molotov each, 1 medkit each, but 0 on the rest of the supplies. And then, Emily, on that rifle, just so I don't forget, like, I want you to know it as well. When you shoot with the rifle, you'll roll a d20. And if it is a 5 or below, it jams. And it needs to be fixed.
Okay.
Yes.
Would it be acceptable to take not like a full-on med kit, an additional one, but to take an additional amount of alcohol and rags as the doctor?
Actually, as the doctor, I'll just give you a second med kit.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So you'll have 2 med kits, and then
cool.
Because this is also, you guys have all of, like, this is all the stuff like you have for the NPC. The NPCs will have weapons to defend themselves, but they don't have any of the crafting items. So you have this for the party. And then if you want to exchange a med kit for whatever reason for another Molotov, I'll allow you to do that. So it's up to you if you want to do that.
No.
And then I think that's it, right? I think that's everything.
When you're calculating, like, to hit and damage and stuff,
yes.
For the Molotov, it says agility check 1d8 plus agility.
Yes.
Is the agility check that's the to hit?
That's
roll?
the creature needs to make. The creature and or target needs to make an agility check.
Oh, I see.
To see
okay, so
how much they get hurt from the thing. So it's just to remind.
If they hit,
it's for you to remind me that they need to do an agility check when you use Molotov.
Gotcha. Okay,
and
thank you.
To remind Emily and Angie, and to inform Michael, I guess I actually don't think I've told you this. The way that combat is going to work with, and we're not in combat right now, so I'll probably remind you at the beginning. But the way combat will work in this system is you will have your base movement, you will have an action. The only things you can do as a bonus action is what is listed in your character sheet. You can not do anything else as a bonus action. We will not roll initiative. It'll be you all get to decide who goes, and then the enemy will go, and then we go 1-on-1 after that, just back and forth. But you cannot repeat turns, so you cannot go until everybody else is gone, basically. So it doesn't matter what order, but you can't go until everybody else is gone again. And then lastly, infected and humans and clickers, they all have a headshot AC. They have a headshot, regular damage, and then half damage. So their lower number, you will still hit them, but only do half damage. And then the middle range, you will hit them for just regular damage. And then at the top range, which will be hard to do, but you will be, it's like, some of you will only be able to do it like on a 19 or 20. But you will headshot and kill an infected, headshot and kill a human, and then give 1 headshot to a clicker. Clickers take 2 headshots, unless you headshot them with a bow or rifle. So you don't have to remember all that. We'll go over that again, but that's for the viewers, that's for you. In case I forget.
I remember it from me watching the first broadcast.
Fantastic. Thank you. And so if you... that's also just to say, if I forget to say something again, so that you know it and can help me stay accountable, because this is a new system that we're coming up with. So you all are gathered at the stables with all of your supplies. Zach gets little lady. Jenna, do you want to describe? Actually, I've already described it. A white horse with light gray spots, named Ducky.
Its name is Ducky.
Is Jenna's horse. Derek is not a runner either, so Derek does not have a horse. So Penny brings him a all black horse, a stallion, but an old stallion. So very just like. He's loyal, and he's well trained. He's a trustworthy horse, and his name, Shadow, classic. And he is chosen for Derek, and then Morgan, you have the pick of 3 different horses.
Oh my God, is this like Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yes. One of them, there's nothing different in the stats or anything, but aesthetically you have the choice between 3 different ones. Or if you want, you can just describe what kind of horse you would like.
No, wow, give it to me.
Okay,
I want to
cool.
know.
So the 3 horses that I have for you is one, like purely like slate gray horse with a black kind of stripe down the middle of the nose and some like black coming up from the hooves, called Thunder. He's known to be slightly rowdy, but he will get the job done. He'll listen to you if you're firm enough, and you're a mom. You feel like that won't be an issue.
It's my third son.
Yeah, exactly.
My third son, Thunder.
You see another black horse, but it's one of those, almost looks like a Clydesdale, but like much smaller, but like the black with the like white on the hooves and the white up the middle of the nose, named Mary. And she just seems to be a sweetheart. And then the last horse is a smaller horse, kind of tan, blonde in color, but very fast, named Lightning. And Lightning is the child of Thunder. And so, yeah, that's how that happened.
Wow.
So yeah, those are the 3 choices that you have.
This is a very important question.
Mm-hmm.
What color is the mane and tail of Lightning?
That like kind of tan blonde, so like all like
okay, so it's all
tan blonde thing.
So what we got here is a Palomino. I want that one.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah, I was a horse girl. Okay.
I don't know. I didn't even know if that kind of a horse was possible, but that's what I described.
Yeah.
So I was not a horse boy. So you all gather. You all get your horses, and you have your supplies. Sean and Sylvia and Theo all get a horse as well. They all have supplies of their own. And May is with all of you, and looks at all of you as you start to lead your horses out of the stable and to the main southwest or northeast gate. Which is not the main gate. That's actually kind of the smaller gate that's less used. But you head across the campus to there. And as you get there, she kind of turns back around and she says, I know that all of you are choosing to do something very dangerous, and you're choosing to do it for reasons that are above yourself. And you deserve to know that, and you deserve to know that people here know it. Thank you. We will celebrate your return. We cannot wait to see you again. And, see you soon. She kind of shakes her head. Sean gets on his horse. So does Sylvia. Derek hops up. Theo hops up. You all get up. And, the gate swings open. The clopping of hooves as you make your way out the trail and away from the Blue Valley campgrounds. Morgan, this is the Morgan, this is the first time this has happened for you in a very long time. And
yeah, I don't know why Wes thought
sorry,
have...
sorry. That's not right. That's not right. Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, I don't know what Wes was thinking when he thought he was gonna like surprise me for my birthday to a place outside of this lovely, safe establishment. He obviously doesn't know me very well.
For the record,
you did. And I know it was probably a surprise, so Morgan doesn't really know about it, but I'm just saying. I can't stop talking like this. Once I stop talking like this.
No, I understand. I get it. So you all start to make your way outside of the Blue Valley campgrounds, the trail behind you, in front of you. All around you, just lines of trees. Tall. Wildlife has always been here in Blue Valley, but in these recent years it has taken over again. There's a light rain. It's been raining the past few days here in Blue Valley. Not enough to heed you anyway, just a light mist that kind of falls as you continue to travel down the trail. Zach looks over at you, Derek, or Derek looks over at you, Zach, and he says, "Okay, well, I really just can't do this whole trip in silence. So, what do you have any ideas for how we should, I don't know, lead the horde elsewhere?"
Well, I was kind of hoping that you, Mr. Council person, would have a really great idea.
Well, I mean, I did have an idea, but
okay, what is it?
I don't know. It seems pretty dangerous.
Well, it's better than any idea that I have.
Well, I think that we should. I mean, is there any way that we can do it other than just kind of getting close to the horde and making a bunch of noise, and when they start heading towards us, just riding as fast as we can? I mean, won't they just kind of continue in that direction?
The hardest part of this, I'm anticipating, is once we get their attention, is staying ahead of them.
Yeah. They don't really get tired.
No. But I do think that there is something in there. I think a noise is the best way to get their attention. Luckily, you kind of only need to do it once, and they kind of get the idea and start.
Yeah, and then I think what I've heard is that, from past attempts at this, is that the best thing to do is to get them going in the direction. You need to be ready to sprint for a long time, but eventually they do slow down and then just kind of start wandering in that direction as they were wandering in the previous direction.
Right. So if we are going towards them, we can see the area that we're probably going to have to double back on. We'll have that familiarized, and whenever we start leading them towards us, we can have some sort of... I feel like I'm just saying words right now. Like, I'm just trying to seem like I know what I'm talking about. I really don't.
I mean, neither do I. How can you be prepared for something like this? Listen, maybe if we just... Maybe we get close enough to the horde, and then we have one team that stays back to get them going, ready to sprint, and we give another team a head start to look for the patrols, look for the outposts.
I was thinking the same thing. Wow.
Oh, would you look at that? It's almost like we were meant for each other or something.
Weird.
God, I hope I'm ready for this, Zach.
Well, ready or not, it's kind of this... We have to be, right?
Yeah.
We're as ready as we are going to be for this situation.
Yeah. And as you all continue to travel, you see the camera kind of zoom out for a bit as the sun starts to arc over the Blue Valley. You see fall trees in the distance that all just kind of start to that are starting to shred their leaves, and oh, what is this? Sorry. There you go. That's better. I was fixing the image that you can't even see stream, but there it is.
This is for us.
This is for them.
We only have so much.
And it's a beautiful day. Who is kind of leading this group, you think? And it could be NPCs, but who do you think is kind of like leading the trail and being at the front of this caravan of people here?
I would think Sean might have the best.
Sean, yeah,
Sean?
and I probably would be on and off up there with Sean and back with the rest of the group.
Okay. So you and Sean are going to make search checks as you are traveling.
Great. 17.
Sean rolled pretty high. So the two of you are kind of, it's in one of those moments where you're traveling up. You and Sean have said like back and forth maybe 5 sentences to each other in this time period that you've been up here this time. As you're traveling forward, Sean kind of speaks up. I'm glad that you're one of the people. I'm glad that you volunteered. I'm glad. Good that you're here.
Of course I was gonna be here. I'm glad that you're here too. I'm sorry, I'm being attacked by a cat actively.
Well, that's weird. You should tell it to go away. Tell
it to go away.
Tell it to go away. Alright, sorry.
No, you're fine. You and Sylvia are probably two of the most badass people I know, so I feel like probably gonna be okay because you're here,
I hope so. I mean, I want to save Wes, but if anything happens to Morgan, I don't know what I would do. And I know she has to be here, but I have to protect her. And I'm glad that you're here to help me do that.
Yeah. I'm here to protect you, too.
I don't need protecting.
Well, I'm just saying it.
I know.
Right.
Thank you for leading the way. I feel safe in your hands.
Always. And as you're kind of talking, ahead, kind of, you're on like a pretty thin trail at this point. This is back where you guys are on purpose. Is not like cars don't go back here, so like even the horses are like, it's a thin, you don't go more than 2 people beside each other at a time on these trails. And as you're kind of rounding the bend, kind of see the trail continue upward a little bit, and upward on a hill you kind of see briefly, you see 2 figures that are like leaning out from behind trees and then like go back. And Sean immediately looks at you. Did you see that?
Yeah. Do you think it's just 2 of them?
I don't know. And he puts up his fist. All of you kind of stop in the caravan. Derek immediately, like, concerned face, looks over at you, Zach. What is it? He kind of nods his head. You all are just standing there in silence. All right, well, we know you're there, so show yourself, I guess.
I'm gonna kind of motion to...
This is Sean saying that.
I'm gonna motion to Sean to point to, like, have an eye out at one side, or one person, and I'll have an eye out at the other, and I'm gonna, like, point my gun in that direction.
Okay. So you take out your handgun and just, do you, like, actively, like, point it in that direction? Or do you just have it out, like, subtly in that direction?
I'm gonna actively point it in that direction.
Okay, yeah. Totally. Sean looks at you and nods and unsheaths his gun and does the same. We don't mean no trouble. You just carry on and we'll be here. You just go ahead. Is the voice that you hear.
How about you stop hiding and you let us know who you are, and then this won't be weird.
You see two individuals step out from behind one of the trees. A taller black man, muscular, with short hair, big thick beard. He's got like a Letterman jacket on that has seen some wear and tear. Clearly, he is older than whatever this Letterman jacket was for, but that is what he's wearing. And you see with him a small, tiny woman, long black braids, and she is like she's a small individual, but she's like really lithe. Like she's like clearly like physically fit. And she just kind of steps out, looking warily at you all. And they both have their hands up.
I'll put my gun down. Like I still have it out, but I'm not.
Sean doesn't actively point it, but he doesn't put his gun away. He just kind of lowers it.
Yeah, same.
Derek kind of rides forward. Who are you? Listen, man, we're nobody. Just just go on your way, man. We're just.
What are you doing hiding out here?
Well, we weren't hiding, you came across us, and you're a bunch of people on horseback, and that it's not really a good sign out here,
Well, we're not out here to hurt anybody, all right? Where are you coming from?
Well, and he kind of like points literally just like behind him. Make a convince check for me, Jenna.
Oh, not something I'm very good at. 16.
Oh.
The woman kind of speaks up. Well, we came all this way from Salt Lake.
Well, look, I'm sorry we scared you. We're kind of on edge out here, but you're heading in the right direction. We come from a community that's really safe, and you're not too far away from it, so keep heading the way you're heading. And
well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Sean says. And he kind of looks at you, and you know that there's more of a process to allowing individuals to come to Blue Valley.
For sure.
And he looks over at them, and he says, how many infected have you killed? And the man kind of like shrugs. I don't know, man. I lost count. Dozens. The woman kind of shakes her head. Yeah, tens, dozens. Sean says, all right, well, how many people have you killed? See that the man kind of like, his eyes widen a little bit. He looks over at the woman. Without missing a beat, staring straight back at Sean. She says, 1. And Sean goes, why? She says, because a bad man put my husband and I in danger. She looks over to the man next to her. And then we wouldn't be here if I didn't. Sean kind of nods his head. Yeah. About 10, 15 miles down this way. Tell them that Sean and Jenna sent you.
Salt Lake City. That's a really far trek to come here.
Yeah, Well, we thought we went nearby, or not really nearby, but we went looking for somebody, or people, you should say, and well, we never found them, and so we've just kept going.
Do they have any
Make a search check.
Yeah.
Can I make?
Do they have any?
You know what I mean. You know how people from Salt Lake City are with their things that they do.
Their bling.
A search check?
Yeah, search check. What were you gonna say, Emily?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
Can I make a vibe check just to? I really think they're telling the truth, but
Please make a vibe check.
Sure.
That's...
Go ahead.
That's gonna be a 15.
15.
I got a 12.
12. With a 12, I mean, they're hard to read, but you don't immediately notice really anything other than caution towards you. You know? But not a hostile caution, just caution.
Yeah.
And a rightful caution, probably.
And they seem to be, like, not, like, scheming.
No, they don't seem to be, yeah, from what you can tell.
Yeah.
With a 15, you can't see what it is, but you see a familiar-looking silver disc hanging on a chain on the black man's neck.
You're lost in the darkness when the light.
I was gonna say. And I see that it looks from it looks.
I mean,
familiar.
from this distance, you can't see, like, you wouldn't be able to see what's on it, but I mean, it's a small silver disc on a chain. It looks familiar. Yes.
Oh. Over, because I guess I've kind of come up behind Derek at this point.
Yeah. You're all kind of like within 10 feet of each other at this point.
I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna.
The man.
Yeah. If you're looking for the light, this isn't the right place for you.
You see the man put a hand on his hip. And why would that be?
Well, I don't want to speak for my community, but I personally found that the people that go looking for that end up blind by the light, let's say. There's not too many of you anymore, are there?
What do you know about us?
Unfortunately, way too much.
What's going on? Derek says.
I'm gonna shoot him a look.
As you turn to look at Derek, you don't see Derek. And as you turn to look around you, you don't see any of your friends. You don't see the people who you were just talking to. In this moment, you see a cloud of ashen smoke in the sky.
Oh.
You see a tall, burning building. You see a tall, barbed fence recently climbed. You are no longer on little lady, you are on big guy. And where you were looking at Derek, 10 feet in front of you, is your sister, Maggie. And she is on the ground, staring up at you. And her eyes are wide. What do you mean you're not going to go with me?
Do I actually get to...
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm throwing a curveball at you here, buddy.
God.
Okay.
Curveball, here you go.
What What do I mean? What do you mean? They just... Did you see anything that just happened? Anything at all?
Listen, it didn't go exactly the way that we wanted, but we would
Max, they cut off that guy's fucking head.
Listen, those guys, they got overzealous. I understand it was bad. I didn't want that to happen.
They got overzealous. They are the ones that got overzealous. Who's been the one for the past fucking 6 months has been walking around saying that we need to look for the goddamn light, huh? It's been you. This has been your fight. All of that.
Listen, I'm sorry that that's the way it went, Zach. I am. But this is a good thing. In the end, it really is.
Look around you. Everything is on goddamn fire.
This
was this is fine.
This was no life, Zach. We were oppressed by them. And my friends helped us out of that situation, and things got out of control, and they wouldn't have gone out of control if it wasn't for fucking Fedra. And you know that. You know that we didn't do this. We didn't start this, Zach.
No, I don't know that. What I know is that you all went up there thinking that they were coming in thinking that it was just another talk. And that you... Mags, I'm sorry. Every single person in there burning alive is because of you and your fucking friends. That's it.
She runs up and grabs you off of Big Guy and throws you to the ground. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dad would be so disappointed in you.
You're no brother of mine. Just a coward. Who would rather sit under the boot of... You're not taking Big Guy. Big Guy's going with me.
He's my horse.
No, he was Dad's horse.
Yeah. He's my horse.
She takes out her switchblade. Big Guy's going with me, Zach. This is the choice you're making.
Max, don't. I can't do this.
Trust me. I know you can't. You're not capable of it. And that's why you fail. And that's why you're gonna die out there alone. And you know your sister, there is a venom behind her words, but there is also a pain behind her words.
Well, I'd rather die a coward than a murderer.
Whatever. And she turns and she starts to grab Big Guy.
Yeah, her back is to me.
Yeah.
I'm pulling the back of her hair and tugging her.
You pull the back of her hair. She swings around to stop you, forgetting that her switchblade is in her hand. She cuts scar immediately across your lips, the one that is still visible today. Her eyes go wide. She kind of backs up in silence. Not another word is said as you just stare at her, get on Big Guy, and turn around. You say anything as you leave?
I think the last words I say as I'm mounting the horse. When you're lost in the darkness, right?
Wait, Zach, wait, I'm sorry. And you hear her calling out to you. And in this moment, her Zachs turn into Derek. Zach, what are you talking about? What's going on?
They're fireflies.
How do you know? Are you from Oklahoma City? Did you know Maggie? Are you one of hers?
Is that they're saying that?
Yeah.
Not Derek. Oh, shit.
Yeah, not Derek. Yeah, Derek's not saying that. That's what they're saying. I mean, we were told that there wasn't any fireflies settlements this far south, but we were told that someone named Maggie, well, we eventually met her, but she said that she had a settlement started in Oklahoma City and that something happened and that they all got dispersed. And so when everything happened to us at Salt Lake, we thought maybe there could still be some people out here. And so we went to Oklahoma City and it was a ruin. We didn't find anything. And so we just kept going.
When?
What do you mean when?
When did you last hear from her?
Oh, well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Maggie's dead. I'm not sure how close you were with her, but there was an attack at the hospital that she worked at, and didn't make it. At least that's what I heard. That's what we heard. Hey, I'll tell you, we don't know for sure. We just know that she was there, and we heard that everybody. Well, yeah. Sorry, I don't know. Was she your friend? Derek just puts a hand on your shoulder and squeezes it.
Yeah, she was a friend.
Well,
did you meet her?
I didn't talk to her much. And
but like
she was
like okay. She was like okay for a while.
Yeah, I mean she was a big help to on the nursing staff. She knew exactly what she was doing, and yeah, she was clearly very good at what she did.
She was better than me.
Oh, I knew her a little bit. And this is the woman speaking. She was nice, and she would talk about Oklahoma City and all the people from there, and she would talk about all the adventures that you guys had, and everything that the Fireflies were able to do, and it sounded like she was able to start a pretty good movement down here, and one of the only successful ones. Not many people were in the South. But then she says they all got attacked. She said she was never really specific, but I don't know. She made it clear that she screwed up somehow. She put a lot of blame on herself for it. She seemed to have a lot of regrets from whatever happened there, but wasn't a huge talker. Once again, I'm not sure how much you knew her, but you would probably at least know that much.
Yeah, can someone give them better directions, please?
And Derek kind of just takes you and hugs you. Sean gets down off his horse and starts to talk to them. The Morgan and Jenna, in this moment, you're kind of up there still as the conversation is going on. Zach and Derek kind of like step off to the side. They kind of look at you and they say, listen, if it's too much trouble, I totally understand. But I don't know if you guys are planning on camping anytime soon. But if we could all just stay with y'all for one night before we make our way to, because we're not going to make it before nightfall, and it would feel really good not to just watch our backs every second, and to show you that we're trustworthy, we'll give you our stuff. Also, oh god, we should have said this first. There's a huge horde about like at this point probably 3 days away.
We know.
Oh.
We're going to try to take care of it now.
Oh wow. Oh. Good luck. But anyway, it would be nice to just be around other people for one night.
Yeah. Is it like nightfall? Is it like close to?
It's like the sun is coming down. Yeah. And
right.
you know it's not
thinking about it anyway.
Yeah. You know it's not super great to travel at night.
All right. Is everybody good with stopping and camping for the night?
Yeah. I think we're gonna want to take your weapons though, and just watch those for the night. The man's like, yeah, no, I understand. He pulls out a handgun. The woman pulls out this machete that she has and a handgun. Kind of hands it over. They don't give their stuff, but it's not asked for. You kind of pull off to the side for the evening. You tie the horses up, and a small fire is built. The night of the forest comes alive, and it's pretty quiet, other than the wildlife. Not really anybody's doing much talking, as you've all just kind of finished setting up camp, and we're all just kind of in a circle staring at this fireplace.
I would like to think that Morgan brought some stuff, because she's not. She doesn't want to be a liability. And so I think she brought some stuff to like make something good.
Make something good.
Like it doesn't have to be a full meal or something, but it's just like something that's a little special, a little treat, just to keep the morale up.
Okay, yeah.
Try to do her part.
Yeah, Nana gave you some fresh cuts of meat and some broth that you're like in a like jug that you're able to kind of like make into a big stew for everybody. A nice hearty stew in this cold fall night. Derek grabs your hand, Zach, and he kind of says like, do you want to go do a perimeter check? And grabs your hand and they walk away. Morgan and Jenna, do you two do anything in particular this evening?
I would probably just be close to Morgan, knowing that this is unusual. It's the first night without the kids in a long time. It's her first night away from home. Just probably a little bit too like just kind of lingering in your space.
Get away from me. Yeah, I mean, Morgan is very, very apprehensive. I think she just keeps saying to Jenna, well, it's really much darker out here than I thought it would be. I don't know. I thought the settlement was dark, but you just come out here and you just sit.
Do you remember how dark it felt the first night after all the power went out, and the first night we were away from our houses?
Oh, I don't really think about that. Oh my.
You don't think about that?
I mean, not that I don't think about it, but I just try not to, I guess.
I just remember thinking it was so dark. Like, I just didn't know how I would know if anything was coming in the dark. I'd never seen dark like that before.
Yeah, I didn't. There was no mom and dad were going to sleep without me right in the middle of the two of them. For a few months.
You did.
Yeah.
I remember years.
Okay, maybe it was years.
Yeah, I kind of remember that too.
Okay, well, the apocalypse happened.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair.
Do you guys ever just kind of think about that? Like we're in the apocalypse. That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I believe in the apocalypse.
Well, how can you not believe in it? It's happening to you right now.
Well, think of it. If change is inevitable and this is just a change in the way of life, then it's just a different life. It's not
Well, I guess we can
an
at
apocalypse. All things come to an end.
True. Well, I guess we can at least say it's the end of the world as we know it.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh, well, now you just sound like Dad singing that song over and over.
Not only do you think of your dad, but you think of a brief memory that you just had yesterday of Wes saying, I don't want to ever say that the end of the world as we know it is a good thing. That just kind of pops back in your head for a moment.
Oh, I hate that man.
Wes?
What?
You said you hate Wes? Well, you said you hate that man. I'm assuming you're talking about Wes.
No, I don't hate him.
Well, I know, but yeah, you do. And you should. He's an idiot. Alright, it's not my
I
place
can't
to
say I
that.
disagree with him.
Yeah,
Shut up.
but he's the best, though, in a way.
I mean, absolutely.
He's good to the kids, for sure. He's a way better dad than Dad was.
And no matter what, he doesn't deserve what's happening to him right now.
No.
You
see that Theo kind of loses it for a second? Comes back.
Like, do you think they got him?
Make a vibe check. Make a vibe check for me, Morgan. Mm-hmm.
Oh God. God, why do I suck?
Oh, I feel bad for you. No, oh, I did it. Canonically, I've already done this, so you have advantage because it's your brother.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna do. I was like, I'm gonna click the dice on D&D Beyond. I'm gonna use my metal dice.
Last of Us Beyond.
Last of Us Beyond. It's even worse.
No way.
So the
Is it
first
above a
one
10?
was with the it's a 10 with the
Okay, well, 10's the DC.
Stat.
You know your brother.
Okay.
When you say, do you think he's okay? Theo, like, has a knowing, like, gulp. And, like, puts something away. And then says, I don't know, but I hope so.
I do too.
Idiot. And I'll zone out into the distance.
Yeah.
Humming. It's the end of the world as we know it, probably.
I'll try to like distract Morgan at some point with like, I don't know, I imagine there's some sort of like silly word association game or like something like that we used to play when we were kids.
Yeah.
Oh, she would definitely. Anything to make her feel like the pit in her stomach will unclench.
Yeah. As the two of you are kind of distracting yourself, having a laugh with each other and with Theo, something that the three of you haven't done, just the three of you, in a long time. Sean and Sylvia are currently actually doing a perimeter check. And, well, okay, come on. As we cut to Zach and Derek just walking on the outskirts of this little camp that has been created. So, I mean, do you want to talk about it, or do you just want to walk in silence?
I don't even. God, I feel so stupid. I spent years just thinking. I spent so many years just thinking, oh, she's probably dead, and like that's whatever. So I was so fucking angry at her, and then now it's just, she was so shitty at the end. I shouldn't be this upset. She was a.
There is no should or shouldn't be. I mean, come on. I mean, you're a doctor. You know that there is no right or wrong way to grieve, and you're grieving right now, whether you want to admit it or not. And she was shitty, and it is okay that parts of you think that she deserved that, and it is okay that parts of you wish that you could just give her a hug again. Both of those can simultaneously exist. That's fine.
I just wish that, I don't know, something could have been different. I could have shaken her awake from whatever stupid thing that those people were convincing her of. And she could have, like, come with me. And then, like, she could have been...
Well, maybe...
I wish that you two could have met.
I mean, hey, they said that there's a chance they could be wrong. Maybe that world does exist.
God. They said, like, no one in that entire place was... I think I mostly just... I can't decide what's worse. If it was... I don't know if they... whatever they were, if it got breached by some sort of horde, or if, like, some... I don't know, maybe one of them went ballistic.
I mean, you can find out. You can talk to Rain or Luke, and that Rain and Luke are the name of the two individuals that you met earlier. They ended up giving you their names, Rain and Luke Porter. They're a couple. And he says, Rain and Luke, I mean, they're here. They're right in front of you. They can give you that closure of knowing what happened in the end.
Stay with me?
Of course. He grabs your hand, and the two of you head over by the fire. The porters are sitting on a rock opposite of the fire of Morgan, Theo, and Jenna. So there's a gap of about 20-25 feet there. And they're just kind of talking and chuckling a little bit. They walk over. As soon as they see the two of you, they immediately make room for you on the rock. Hey, thanks again for letting us stay with you. I appreciate it. I'm appreciate it.
Sorry for being an asshole when you first
Oh, hey, believe it or not, it's not the first time that someone finding out we're a firefly makes them want to kill us. Can I ask though, what's your reason?
Maggie... Margaret Williams was my sister.
Rain, the woman, immediately. Oh, honey. And she puts a hand on your leg. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's really tough. I would not have given you that news in such a casual way, I gotta say. I'm really sorry about that. I just thought maybe, I'm a blunt guy, and and she kind of puts a hand, Rain puts a hand on Luke's shoulder. We're sorry. We're so sorry.
I guess I just wanted to, do you know if it was, how it happened?
Kind of look at each other. You sure you want to... Okay. Well, I don't know how much you know about the Fireflies. But Marlene, one of her main focuses was she really wanted to create a vaccine.
Marlene, that's the queen bee, right?
Yeah, she's the one who got in contact with Maggie, and I don't know if you know this about your sister, but do you know that your sister was... I mean, she started the Oklahoma City chapter. And you, Zach, you knew she was involved in the Fireflies. And you knew she was involved in the Fireflies, especially in Oklahoma City, from pretty much the beginning. But you didn't know that that's how it went down. They found each other over radio. Maggie had heard about what Marlene was trying to do from someone who had came to Oklahoma City from Pittsburgh, and well, she started her own group, and but yeah, that's Marlene. Marlene's the leader, and she was trying to create a vaccine. And well, they were. You may laugh, but I heard they got pretty close. They even had a girl. I think.
What do you mean
I think
close?
And she kind of looks over at Luke, and Luke says, yeah, a young girl, apparently, or a woman, I'm not sure. They found someone who was immune. CBI. I don't know how. It sounds unbelievable, but I heard from reliable sources.
Like, sorry, immune.
I heard she had a scar from a bite. I heard she could walk around in spore-infested areas without a mask. I mean, I know it sounds like the stuff of legend, but these people who told us this, they gained nothing in lying about
Okay.
it. A man traveled with her, and Marlene knew him, and so she told him that whatever they needed to do with this girl was going to kill her. This is all secondhand information, but he got upset, obviously, and tried to stop it. And she kind of pauses. They obviously thought that his anger was less important than the work that they were doing, which is hard to argue against. And he killed almost everybody. It was just one man. She kind of like shakes her head and looks down. It seems like this one, like she kind of just like repeats one man again, and it's like it's definitely like something that it seems like even now that she still like struggles with. Your sister, she was working with a doctor, and he was there when it happened. We heard everyone. Like we said, we don't know for sure. You know, it's secondhand information. So sorry.
Thank you.
Derek kind of grabs your hand, looks at you. They kind of they like scoot a little bit further, give you your privacy. How are you feeling? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Just talk to me.
I don't know. I guess it's better than thinking that she was like went out some way that I mean I don't know. I've had this nightmare for forever that I was like gonna run into her some way, like on a run or something, but she wasn't going to be her. She was going to be one of those things, and guess I feel good that my irrational fear isn't going to be a thing.
Well, first of all, it's not irrational. Very real fear, and he kind of like knowingly looks at you. No one wants to see a loved one like that. And you know what he's referring to.
Dear, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, hey, of course, no. And he brings you in. No. Don't. But hey, I need you to know that what I'm about to ask you, I'm not questioning you. I'm just checking in.
It's dear, I know.
Are you okay? Can you still do this?
Yeah.
Okay. And he just grabs your face and gives you a big kiss, and he says, "We should probably get our rest."
That's not on you.
I don't care. It's your snot. And he takes you over to the tent that you have laid up. Jenna and Morgan and Theo. At the same time, all three of you say, "Tortoise!" Oh my god. I can't believe we did it. The 3-person.
Oh my god.
We all three did.
That
took a long
Are
time.
we the smartest people in the world?
I mean, I don't know. We've said about 15 words there.
But for 3 people, that's basically 5 words each.
Yeah, I think we might be.
All I'm saying is that I think that we are the smartest people in the world, and if anybody at this fire tries to tell us differently, then I do have a gun, and I do not know how to use it. So,
all right, yeah.
How did they let us on the video kind of? And then there's kind of a silence.
Uh-oh.
And he realizes that he kind of like joked about something that maybe he doesn't have the right to joke about. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, I know why you're here. I still am unclear as to why I'm here.
Because a little brother needs his big sister?
You.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know. I maybe this is my time. Maybe I am leaving the nest. Maybe this is a different way for me to, serve my community. I don't know. Would we have heard all of the... Or were we too invested in our game? Or would we just now be seeing like the...
I'm gonna let you decide.
Okay. I feel like we would have... I feel like we would have maybe like been distracted with it, and then as we finished up the game, caught like the tail end of a very serious moment.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And just been like, okay.
You see, I mean, you very much see Derek consoling Zach. Like, that's definitely something that you see. Sean and Sylvia kind of come back. All right, well, I think we're good. We get some rest.
Okay, Sean, actually, real quick, before you rest.
Yeah, of course. What's wrong, Margaret?
No, we just did a game.
Right.
And Theo and Morgan and I are the smartest people in the world.
Okay.
Or Theo, I keep saying Morgan. I'm so self-absorbed. Me and Theo and Jenna all played a game. We are the smartest people in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
You and Jenna, here's the game. You and Jenna play it.
All right.
And you're gonna look at each other deep in your eyes, which I'm sure you have done with some people before. And hang on now. You're gonna look each other deep in your eyes, and you are gonna try to say the same word at the same time. And if you do, then you win. Then you're smarter than us. But using the 2 words that you do say, if you don't say the same word, you're gonna try to come to a common word and say that word at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right. I'm ready.
Okay. And then if you don't get it within 5 turns, you are not the smartest person in the world.
All right.
And I'm sorry, that's just the rules.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Count us down.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Boulder.
You hesitated.
I didn't hesitate.
Jenna, you hesitated.
I didn't hesitate. I said the first thing that came to my mind.
They said it at the exact same time.
After he started to say boulder.
They said it at the exact same time.
At the speed of light with which I'm living in.
I texted Emily and told her what to say. She actually did say it at the same time.
That's cheating. That's texting.
No, I think I would like to say. Okay, actually, you know what? This is good. No. This is fun. No, this is fun. Morgan, make a search check.
Oh my fucking god! Okay.
At advantage.
If this is the highest roll.
At advantage because of your kids. I mean.
Oh, I see. Okay. At advantage. Oh, search check.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
As this is happening, and as the countdown's happening, you look down and you see Sean like pointing over to the boulder that the porters are sitting on.
Cheating.
What? We said the same
you
word.
You were cheating.
No, I mean we said the same word at the same time. You know, I must be the smartest person.
Yeah, I mean, I was already the smartest person, so.
But do you think I'm the smartest person, or do you think Sean's the smartest person?
Pick one of us.
Well, obviously,
pick one of the two of us, Jenna. Pick either me or Morgan.
Well, Jesus, y'all.
Shut up,
I'm just kidding. He doesn't say
I'm just trying to eat my dinner,
no,
okay?
I think Morgan, you're clearly much. I mean, you caught me. You caught me cheating.
I mean, Morgan, you and I got it. We got it first, so we're the originals, no matter
if you
what.
ain't first, you're last.
What's that from?
It's the last movie I ever saw before the pandemic. Before the
Oh,
Talladega
was that
Nights.
that racing guy? Yeah, he wanted to go fast.
Yeah. Well, anyway, and who decides to take first watch?
I'll take the first watch.
I'll take the first watch also.
Okay.
Because that's where all the not scary stuff happens. Is the first watch.
As Derek is falling asleep, he volunteers himself and Zach for the final watch, the third watch, so they'll just get up early in the morning. And Sean kind of nods his head and he says, "Alright, me and Sylvia will take the middle." Theo kind of, should I take any other watches? Or... You don't have to. You can
there's no
sleep if you want. Oh, alright, well, I might stay up with you two for a bit and then just maybe go to sleep. And Theo, like, attempts to stay up with the two of you and is asleep within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Classic Theo.
Yeah.
Classic little brother material.
I am the smartest person in the world, you know?
I know you are. You don't have to convince me. I mean, how are you feeling?
I mean, this is just kind of like camping.
That's true.
Like a little campfire food.
Yeah, right now
this is really good. I did good on this one.
You did do good. Is there enough for me to have some more?
Yeah, you want some?
Yeah. I wish I could actually grab it through the screen. It looks so good.
Yeah. I'll send a picture. I'll like give her the bowl. And so what are we watching for? Just anything?
Just anything. I mean, there shouldn't be anything out here, really. So if we see anything, we just got to figure out what it is. Do you see anything?
I don't see anything. Do you see anything?
No. I mean, ideally, we don't see anything, right? You know?
I hope so. I would honestly be okay if we just walked up and there was no horde.
Yeah, that would be nice, but that's probably not going to happen.
But you got my back.
Of course I got your back. I'm not letting anything happen to you. Horde or no horde. I know your priority is West, so my priority is you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Morgan doesn't really know what to say. She's
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Morgan and Jenna are the kind of friends that are very comfortable in silence.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like
we
I'll probably just start humming a song and
Mhm.
watching, and I haven't had a chance to like we probably haven't spent this much time together
just like alone a long time.
alone.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. That
It's been
it definitely since the boys have been born. I mean, maybe a few times, but
so maybe just like quiet, trying to take this real seriously,
yeah.
but also just enjoying being with my friends.
Yeah. So your watch goes off without a hitch. You wake up.
Ha! Told ya.
You wake up. Sean and Sylvia for theirs. Nothing really occurs on theirs. They wake up Zach and Derek. Derek and Zach keep the fire going. Derek pulls out a metal kettle and makes some coffee for the morning for those who can have it and want it. As just the two of you are awake, the porters wake up and start packing up their things. Luke looks at the two of you, like, because this is all like been happening in silence while everybody else is still kind of asleep. Luke looks at the two of you and just kind of like nods his head, starts to head out of the camp, and then Rain walks over to you, and she puts out a hand, and she says, "It was really nice to meet you, Zach."
It's nice meeting you too.
I hope to see you at Blue Valley in a few days.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Stay safe. And she nods her head and walks away. Derek kind of grabs your hand and squeezes it. Feeling alright?
Yeah. Like I have an emotional hangover, but, you know.
Well, here. And he gives you a cup of coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
And I hand him, I've had like a little sprig of like mint that I've been chewing.
Yes,
yes. I hand some to him.
Of course, yeah. And as the
That'd be
rest of
fresh.
you, yeah, and as the rest of you wake up, the next days of travel begins. I need Sean and Jenna to make search checks for me. Oh, that's a D12. Okay.
Ooh, 19.
19. Sean didn't roll so great.
Wow.
So with a 19, as you are continuing to travel, you're getting close to the ridge now. And the ridge is, a pretty like fancy rich person cabin that's been rented out. And as you are getting closer, you're not like there yet. You're like a couple miles ahead. And as you're getting closer, you hear an all too familiar sound for a runner of as you
What is that?
as you hear up ahead of you in the trees somewhere. You can't really see right now, but up ahead of you is a small pack of infected. Immediately, you being a runner, you immediately, you think most likely what happened here is the porters who went by the horde attracted a small pack who have been following them.
Yeah. I'll kind of signal like Sean did for everybody to stop and kind of nod in the direction to Sean.
Sean immediately looks at you, nods. He gets down off his horse and gestures for everyone to do the same.
Down.
You guys have talked over these signals, but and you guys have talked over the bare basics of what to do. You all get out your guns. You all check that they are loaded. You uncheck the safeties. You holster them down, holding them aimed at the ground below you. And you start to make your way very slowly forward towards the sounds. Because what needs to happen, as you all know, is definitely as Jenna knows, definitely as Zach knows, is you have to get the drop on them. It cannot go the other way around, or else it is bad news. So I need everyone to make sneak checks for me.
This is a roll that really can't. Angie, please.
Thanks.
I got a 15.
I haven't even rolled yet. I've been so nervous. Natural 19 for a total of 21.
Nice.
Okay. Morgan?
Angie?
Can I just walk away?
What did you get, Morgan?
Get back
Can
on
I
my
throw
horse?
myself over Morgan before she does anything stupid?
I got a 3.
Eins?
A what?
A 3.
What did you roll?
A 2.
Okay. Here comes Sean.
I am sorry.
She's fully like she's singing like
this Percy die is good.
You're alive.
My like foresty, naturey die has been rolling very well for this.
Theo and Morgan do not know what they're. Narratively, this is so funny. Theo and Morgan do not know what they are doing, and are like moving like a little bit too loudly. But luckily, everyone else rolled pretty high, and is able to kind of like stop you guys and like be like, no, don't step there, step here, like blah blah blah.
Don't step directly on the leaves.
I'll smack a hand over Morgan's mouth as she's singing.
As you continue to move in throughout the trees, you finally get to a point where ahead of you, about 30 feet ahead of you, just kind of like zigzagging and moving in the general direction of towards you, are 5 infected. They look to be within the last year and a half infected, so they are, relatively new. They're not clickers or anything. And they are slowly making their way towards you. Derek looks to you, Zach. His heart, like you can almost see the vein in his neck, like pulsing.
I'll get my bow out, and just to like an attempt to like calm him, I'm gonna like shoot him a wink.
Okay,
I get like a bow, and
you do that, and he immediately and you kind of crouch and walk forward. What do you guys do? This is I don't have a map for you. This is a bit theater of the mind, but you have 5 infected that are spanned about 30 feet wide that are kind of in a line-ish, making their way towards you. And right now they're about 40-50 feet away.
Would I know, like, with how close we know the horde is, like, if shooting a gun is stupid?
From this distance, the horde is not close enough that they would hear a gun.
Then I'm gonna take a shot with my handgun at one of them.
You're just doing it?
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do with them?
Okay. Roll an attack roll.
What else are we gonna do with these guys?
I had a whole thing planned.
Well, sneak up on them.
Oh no, were you gonna do something? No. If you're gonna do something, let you do something.
You said it. It's out in the world.
Yeah, you gotta. And honestly, I love it. I think that's something that happens between you and Sean all the time. Like, Sean is his former Green Beret, always trying to, like, get the drop on people, and you're just like, we have bullets.
I'm like, what else are we going to do with them? Cure them? I did roll a 7, though.
You roll a 7.
There's my girl.
You roll a 7. That misses. Combat is now initiated.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, babes. And that's 1 ammo down.
I got to learn sometime.
Okay.
Target practice.
Who wants to go
target
first?
Practice.
I have my bow. I have my arrow like knocked.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
They immediately, that gunshot goes off, and you just see all of them and they're just
Worst
running
nightmare.
towards you.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh God. Okay.
What do you do?
I'm firing with my bow.
All right, roll
At
an attack.
I'll say at the one that's like furthest to the right, because I was trying to position myself towards the right-hand side.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm going.
Morgan has weapons,
Okay.
right?
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, Morgan has weapons.
19.
I have my dad's old revolver.
19 is definitely going to hit. It's going to do regular damage.
Regular damage. Okay. And that is my D8. That is a 7 on the die, plus 2 is 9.
Ooh, doggy. Okay, so, hold on. What's this happening? Okay, there we go.
I just start dancing in the field.
Actually,
Yeah, go
Scares
ahead.
him away.
if this is not the correct order that you want this in, please just
I
tell
know
me.
what you're going to say, and you can do it in this order, too.
Know thy enemy?
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, usually call it out before, but it's not that big of a deal. So you, Zach's been out on the road. Zach has probably handled a pack of 5 infected by himself. This is not unfamiliar to you. You know this. You are a smart individual. You know exactly what to aim for. You take the bow, you pull it back. It flies through the air. You know exactly you don't aim for where the creature or where this infected is. You aim for where he's going to be in 3 steps. First step, second step, third step. As it penetrates his head, the infected falls to the ground. He is dead. And
I
that
just kind of,
is Zach's
I'll
turn.
just look at. I still look at Derek like, what?
Derek's like, oh, like he does not know how to compute this. One of the infected runs up. They are on top of you now. One of them is going to attack Sylvia.
No.
Not my best friend.
That is a hit. Sylvia takes 4 points of damage as one of those creatures runs up, and she's like not able to get her gun out in time. Just a little bit too surprised, and it just like completely smashes her forearm down. Definitely causes damage. That is the end of one of the other infected's turns. Now one of you, or you can have one of the NPCs go if you don't want to go yet.
I'll just go ahead and go.
Okay, go.
Yeah. I'll as they're like running towards us, I'm just like, Jenna.
You got it,
And
Morgan.
I'll grab the gun and I'll do the aiming just like my daddy taught me, and then I'll just like Wes always talks about, and I'll take a breath in, and as I breathe out, I'm gonna shoot my revolver at him.
Amazing. Roll for an attack.
Please. Dear
I want
sweet
this
Lord
for
baby
you.
Jesus.
I do too.
No.
Actually, no. Okay. It's a 5.
A five just completely misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's okay. Try again.
It's pretty narrative,
A little bit.
you know. It
Yeah.
zooms off to the side.
I'm not rolling this anymore.
One
I want my honey dice.
of the other infecteds is going to run up to Sean. Oh, okay. Well, that dice is gone, but it was a good dice, so you maybe want it to be. Yeah, because that was a 3. So that fails. So another one comes up to Sean, swings at him. He dodges to the side. He's going to go now. Takes his gun, puts it right up to the temple. He's going to attempt to shoot him. That is a 19 to hit, so that's regular damage. Oof, and that's max damage at 9 points of damage. The creature that runs up on him, he shoots it right in the head. Just blood spurting everywhere. This creature, like, took a huge hit, but is still somehow standing and is, like, going to swing. But it's not its turn. So it is now one of the other infected's turns, who is now going to run up on you, Jenna.
Oh, hell no.
That is a natural 1. So it runs towards you, sprinting, and you just step to the side, and it goes right past you.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is now one of your turns.
I've already gone, right?
You've not already gone. You initiated combat, so you can go now if you want.
Oh, I will. Can I just
Oh, it's the start of a new Shablam.
Yeah, because she initiated combat, and then so like you were technically the first person to go.
So I got like a free round.
Yeah.
The surprise round.
Gotcha. Cool, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to attack the one that just attacked me, but with my hunting knife.
Okay, yeah, it runs by you. You take out your knife, take a swipe at it.
19.
19 hits, does regular damage.
Okay. 9 points of damage.
Ooh, you guys keep doing 9 points of damage. You stab right into its back. It falls down to its knees. And kind of like the knife's not in its back anymore, but it kind of like angrily like reaches towards its back, turns back towards you, starts running towards you. That is the end of your turn. It is now another infected's turn. Who, because you're sitting there focused on him, he comes after. This infected is going to go after Morgan.
No.
Do I have a reaction?
That is a.
We don't have reactions.
You don't have reactions. That is a 14 to hit.
No.
It does.
Hit Morgan.
Yeah.
All right. So this is 3 points of damage to you, Morgan, as one of the infected runs up and just like clocks you right in the face, kind of cutting some skin across your chin with their fingernail.
Oh hell!
Pushing you back.
Oh, heck.
And it is, you've already gone, so it is not your turn. But Theo runs up and is going to. He does not have a gun on him, or at least not out. And so he runs up and he's going to attempt to stab with a hunting knife the guy who is on top of you. That is a natural 1. He misses, and actually... Okay, he doesn't hit you, though. So that's Theo, he misses. Sylvia has not gone, so Sylvia's gonna go. And then we'll be at the top of the turn. Oh wait, no, it's an infected, because Theo just went. So, that's the one who's attacking Angie, so there's one more infected to go, and he is going to run up on Zach. That is a 5 to hit, so that is not going to hit. So
no.
One is running towards you. You just step to the side again. Derek just mirrors your movement and it blows past him too. Oh, it's actually Derek hasn't gone, so Derek is.
I was gonna say, do not forget my husband.
So when Derek turns around, as you like, actually, you move to the side as the creature moves, and Derek just goes, ah! It shoots right in front of him, and so he gets a 5 to hit, so that is not gonna hit. So the bullet goes wide. So now it's Sylvia's turn, who is going to attempt to deal with the one next to her. It's a hit. Oh, that's creature's already. It was at 1 hit point. So the one that I think, who was it that hit? The one that Sean hit the bullet right to its head. That's the one that Sylvia just kills. We are now back to the top of the turn order. Anybody can go, but you have first dibs, Zach, if you can go.
I would like to go because I got infected going after my man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This infected has not taken any damage either.
I know. Okay, when it was just me, I was like, la 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 la, and now that it's like in Derek's face, I'm like, we can't do this.
Attachments.
Yeah. That's a 20 on the dice.
Ooh, a 20 on the dice. Okay. That's...
Oh, I should have said I'm doing my hunting.
Wait,
hunting
knife. As in like that's a natural 20?
It's a natural 20.
Oh, well, if it's a natural 20, what's the addition? What's the modifier on that? I mean, I'm sure it's gonna get you there. But
24.
24. That's the marker. This creature is not taking any damage, but you reach the headshot marker.
Oh shit!
Headshot target as you take out your knife. And this creature's like right on top of Derek, and he just sees the tip of a blade come out of the throat of this infected. Oh. As you pull it out, and it just falls to the ground. He just looks at you. You're so hot.
Yeah, right?
Oh my god.
And then, so that was
that with timing with the music actually timed out really well.
I know, right?
Derek.
So the infected that is like facing that was mad about the knife wound on its back is going to go back at Jenna. That is a 7 to hit. That is not going to hit you. So you just dodge out of the side again. Jenna, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
I was like looking at Angie like Angie was Jenna.
You both get each other confused for each other.
I know.
I don't know. I'm gonna. There's one right in front of me still, right?
Oh yeah, he's the one that just attacked you.
Great. I'm gonna attack with my hunting knife.
Do it.
Oh shit. 23 to hit.
23 is the headshot marker, but he was also at 1 point. He comes running towards you. You just take you.
Can I stab him through the eye?
Yeah, you have your knife out. You combat, get him right in the eye. He just falls to the ground. Immediately falls limp.
Yeah.
And then we have the infected that is currently attacking Morgan, and it is going to go
And
again.
let it be known, Emily just pointed something out to me. Let it be known that aside from the little outbreak in the camp a few years back that was like dealt with really swiftly,
Quickly, yeah.
Morgan has not seen an infected since like they got to
That's true.
the camp. So
Yeah.
I just want
So
to
this
say
is a terrifying
she's shitting
sight
herself.
as this creature swings at you again, getting a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 5 points of damage as this creature swings and just punches you right in your abdomen, immediately knocking the wind out of you. You can go if you want, Morgan.
Yeah, hang on. I keep writing the date instead of my hit points.
What is your HP currently at?
You said 5 points of damage.
Yeah. And you took 3
7.
earlier.
I'm at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the gun in my hand. So I'm just gonna pull the hammer back and do another shot. Oh, I love the rosy dice. That is a 22 to hit.
22.
Right in the face.
22 is not the headshot quota, but that is regular damage. So go ahead and roll damage on that.
I'm gonna use the rosy dice again. Okay, everybody, you're all going away except the rosy dice. Oh, yes, 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage, all right. You blast this infected as it falls back to the ground, or like steps back, and then nice. And then as you like shoot this creature, the infected falls backward, and then Theo jumps forward and stabs it right in the head.
Oh.
Takes out his dagger, or his hunting knife.
His dagger!
All of the infected in the immediate area are taken care of. Immediately, Sean says, "Alright, sit rep, how is everybody?"
I'm gonna immediately go to Zach and give him my med kit and say, go help Morgan, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Derek comes running over to you. Morgan, are you alright? Are you okay? Theo comes over to you. Morgan, you alright? You alright?
I fucking did it.
You did?
You did.
Fuck
You
yeah,
did.
you
You
did.
shot it. Yeah, you got it off you.
Hey, let's find a log for something that you can sit on while I
Okay.
You're fine.
Go and
You
sit
just
next to her.
all scraped up.
Yeah, I'm not bit. I'm not bit.
No. You're totally fine. Just want to clean some wounds, if that's okay.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Where's Jenna? Is she?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I gave Zach my med kit and I'm sitting right here with you.
Zach
Okay.
gets out the gauze and the supplies within the med kit. Starts cleaning your wounds, wrapping them up. You, especially the scrapes from the fingernails on the chin, want to make sure those don't get infected. How much do you heal her for?
You were down like quite a bit, right?
She was down by 8. She's at a total of 7 right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna do the full 7.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, so gets you almost practically.
If that's okay with, I mean, it's your med kit, Jen.
Oh yeah, you use all of it.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
So you heal up to 14. So you're just that one hit point is just soreness. You know, your body's not really had an impact like that before. But
Mostly from the horse, I
yeah,
think.
but you're feeling much better after Zach has helped you out.
I don't tell her
Thank
that
you.
I don't tell her that I pulled a fingernail out of her cheek.
Ooh, love that. Yeah.
Right, it's...
Derek is like towards the end of you helping out. Morgan has been like massaging your shoulders, and he kind of leans down and he said, "So amazing, it's amazing." Great.
Wow. Thanks.
I can hear you.
Well, he was amazing, wasn't he? Amazing.
He was amazing.
Please let my
Get a
husband
room.
flirt.
Oh my
Please let
God.
my
Oh
husband
my
flirt with me
God.
in peace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good Lord.
He's the one massaging you. Jesus.
Sean kind of steps forward and he says, "You all did really good. I'm really proud of all of you." And he looks over at Theo and he says, "All of you, you all did a great job." And you all kind of nod, and you're able to make your way back to the horses. As you do, Derek kind of looks over at you, Zach. So there's a lot more of them, right?
Yeah.
In the horde. That was very small. That was a small number, right?
That was a small number. Anytime there's more of us than there are of them, that's Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's going on? Are you okay?
I freaked out. I freaked out and I missed. I just forgot everything you'd ever taught me. I'm supposed to be here to help you, Zach.
Derek, come on. Listen, it's great. We almost had like a practice run, right? It's better that this happens now than, when it's way worse. And if it makes you feel any better, the one that was kind of kicking ass back there is the one that's really invested in you doing okay. So.
Big strong man, and he kind of saddles up to you. And as you all kind of get on your horses, you make your way back to the horses. You make your way back up the trail, and you finally get up to the ridge, which is the outpost that has been housed from the Blue Valley people. Currently, no one is there as they returned, and you were making your way there anyway. So you were told to check in with HQ as you got there. You see a very ornate, rich-looking cabin that has definitely not had the maintenance that it normally would have. So it's definitely looking a little bit run down, but it's still very nice. It is secluded, but is still fortified slightly. And before we do anything, we're actually gonna. So as you get into this outpost, as you get into the ridge, that's where we're gonna end for tonight. But before we end, just for fun, I want to do the new searching for items mechanic that I came up with.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
So here at the ridge, you'll be able to search for some items for the group, and you can pass them out amongst yourselves. But this is how it's going to work. So you are going to roll. Whoever wants to is going to roll a search check.
I'm real good at searching.
Okay. And
sorry, I did not mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. And so, depending on how high that search check is how many d4s you will roll. It's a minimum of 1 d4, and you'll see what that means soon. 10 to 15 is 2 d4s. 15 to 20 is 3 d4s, and that is the max. So it's between 1 to 3 d4s. So first, go ahead and roll that. Roll your search check.
23.
23. Okay, so
nice.
You will be rolling 3 d4s. So the way this is going to work is roll a d4 for me, Michael, minus 1.
3 on the dice, so 2.
So 2. Now roll another d4 for me. This is not one of your 3.
2.
2. You have found 2 alcohol.
2 whole alcohol.
So now roll your second d4 for me. -1.
Yes, 1 second.
Okay, you're good. Actually, you're the one that did the searching. You're the one that has the d4s. Morgan, you roll this second d4 for me. Then Jenna, you roll the third.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Fun way to do it.
Yay.
Is it still D4 -1?
Yes. So it is possible
2.
to get 0. Okay, so 2. Roll another d4 for me, Morgan.
It's still -1.
No.
So this one's 4.
4. So you found 2 adhesive.
2 adhesive.
Nice.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, and then Jenna, go ahead and roll a d4 -1 for me.
3.
3. So you rolled a 4. Nice.
A 4 -1.
And then roll a d4 and just tell me what's on the die.
2.
2. So you found 2 or 4. Or no, sorry, 3. Sorry, you found 3 alcohol. So you have 5 alcohol. Now, one thing.
So Zach found all of this, right?
No,
you're
Zach,
putting that in your inventory.
Zach rolled the search. Zach led the search basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
okay.
Zach led
like
the search that let you see how you all found that for the party. So you can divvy it up however you want. Maybe you want one person to just keep track of what the party has. But yeah, so that's what everybody found.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take one of the adhesives, but I don't need anything else.
Yeah, I'll give you one adhesive.
Cool, thank you.
At any point, I don't know how this works narratively, but with this system, there's a chance that you might not come across some supplies often. So at any point, you can trade any 5 of any supplies for 2 of another.
Oh, nice.
Okay?
Cool.
So narratively, that's a little weird, but
It's awesome.
But mechanically, it makes sense just because you could just never come across any sharp objects.
Yeah.
If you end up accumulating, is that the word?
Yeah.
A big chunk of 1, you can trade them, but it should kind of
Nice.
even out. So that is where we're going to end. So that is what you're able to find. So we won't have to deal with that in next episode. But next episode we will have you at the Ridge, and then you will continue on to the Horde. So that is going to be a week from today, 6 p.m. Central here on Charmed Persons is going to be part 3 of the Remains. This coming Sunday, we are going to actually do the level 21 shot with our Rubrian campaign characters.
Yay!
Hopefully the power doesn't go out
I'm so
mid-sentence.
excited.
God.
But I am very excited to be doing that. And then Candlekeep is not this coming Monday, but the next Monday. So you have us this Sunday, and then a week from today for the continuation Remains. So thank you for watching. Thank you to my players, the best players a GM can ask for. And as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.